Hardy versus Brogan Walker. What do you got, Toad? What have you got? I've already made a decision here. First, I call her not Brogan. I call her Bogan Walker. She looks like she come out of a goddamn fucking dumpster with a fucking head beat in by 3 drug addicts in a fucking corner alley. So I'm out.
All right, so his very first fight on this card, he's already pulled his rose. He just
I'm
butchered.
done.
He just went all the fuck in hating on someone's life. So, all right, maybe there's another one or two more of those on this card, but last week it was Navajo Sterling, and we both proved to you why it was Navajo Sterling.
Hey,
he can't. He couldn't
by the
finish
way,
it. His old lady must
we,
be miserable. He
me
can't
and
get.
you
He can't
stopped
get a
going
job
live.
done.
As soon as Navajo Sterling came on last week, I cut off fucking live with you and I disappeared after Tom Nolan.
You
Because
did.
I told you, Navajo Sterling just fucking, look,
Yeah.
I went outside, I spent 15 minutes with the missus, I had a piss, I had a shit, and when I came back, guess what? He still won by points. It was, yeah, so I don't care. I made the right choice, but I regret fucking cutting off the pod, but I couldn't get through that fight live, dude. You would have seen me go to sleep. Anyway,
I thought you fell
Bogan
asleep and
Walker.
accidentally ended the stream. I thought you fell asleep.
So Bogan Walker with a head like a fucking crushed fucking crab, right? Right, lost to Lasimina Lundo, lost to Juliana Miller. What a fucking wanker. Like, who loses to Juliana Miller, right? You
Oh
know,
fuck, dude.
paying, by the way, $5.20 to fucking $1.16.
Dude, bro,
I'm
you're just
taking,
hating on Brogan's fucking life right here. This one's
yeah,
not so bad. That
I'm
that one
taking
that
the
one's
hot,
more normal looking, I guess. But she's
I'm taking
also,
the
but
hot,
she's only ever lost to a third round knockout, so she's pretty resilient. She's pretty tough, as it entails with the beatings, or whatever that is. But
I'm, I'm taking the hot chick. So this is how I'm going to do my picks right now for this fight. It's not even about, remember we said, don't follow the seagulls.
yeah,
I'm taking the hot chick that's trained by her husband, Dan Hardy, that is a true martial artist, that has been, apart from losing to Mora, she beat Jodje Aldridge, which is fucking coming up. She beat Jamie Lynn Horth, the old duck, but she still had a win. And she fucking beat Juliana Miller, by the way. The fucking, yeah.
So,
So,
so lethal. I'll start with this. There's a thing called a halo effect, right? You know what a halo effect is? Perfect. So halo effects have a big upside when it comes to judging, right? The voting, and they win in life. They win in jobs. They win in all kinds of politics. Hardy gets a halo effect here. But at the end
by
of the day,
points.
women's
You win
MMA,
by
the
points.
joke was the more butch you are, the more you fuck up the other girls. And so Brogan does have that edge in this fight. And she's, without even looking, probably a huge dog. And I agree with the pick on Hardy.
$5,
And I agree in the very
5 to
confident
1.
pick in Hardy, but it's mostly because of she's looking good this late. She's very well rounded. She's going to be able to mix it well. She'll be okay with the ground. She'll be okay on the feet. Brogan, I think, has to be reckless and put herself out there. Again, she's only ever really been finished that one time, and it took, more than 10 minutes to do it. So, by a finish would be very impressive from Hardy, but like most women's MMA, I'll say this one goes to the judges, and Hardy looks good on 2 scorecards. The one on the table and the other in the pants. All right. You got anything else on this one for me, Lethal?
Uh, no, Hardy all day. Brogan the
Okay.
Bogan.
Beautiful.
Brogan the Bogan. Walker. Crush.
Oh,
Pratt
fuck. All right.
is going to get outpointed and outstruck. I'll call this. If Hardy does anything, she'll win by sub. Sub all points.
I think she gets it done by decision. I think
I'll go two-way.
Walker's gonna be too tough. Anyways, moving up the card, we got Ramiz taking on Austin Vanderford, and yeah,
Yeah.
I like Austin in
So,
this fight personally.
mate, this was a hard one, brother.
It is.
And there is someone that I've actually sold cards to, and guess whose cards he bought? He bought a 25 Ramiz Brahmis card. I had it on my wall, right?
Oh, cool.
He posted today. On his Instagram, it's P Diddy, and he does all Ramiz Brahma has. So, with that being said, I'm going emotional with this pick.
Yeah.
Ramiz has won his last two fights, one by sub, one by TKO. Austin Vanderford's come in and won his last two fights by TKO. Ramiz is paying $3.34, and Austin's paying $1.33. All right.
Yeah.
Before we went on the pod, I told you I've been doing this for about 2 or 3 days, so I prepared for the pod. I've been looking it through. I've got it up on screen now. I'm taking the $3. This is my first long shot. Okay, this is my first dog. I'm taking Ramiz, and I'm going to not take him by anything actually, because $3.34, 3-1, or nearly 3.5-1, pays out enough. I don't know how this fight's going to end, but it's not going to end with Austin Hubbard with a TKO. It won't end that way. I don't think it's going to end that way. So I'm taking my first long shot. I'm not taking the $1.33 Austin Hubbard. And if I look right now, if they've got his props, no, they just got no props yet, just at $1.33. So I'm taking Ramiz, and I'm going emotional because I'm taking my boy that bought that card. He's looking for, by the way, everyone, he's looking for the number 5 of the New York City 2024 Brahimese card. I sold him the 25. He's got the 1-on-1. He's got the rest of the set, but he's looking for the number 5 card.
Yeah.
With that being said, I'm taking Ramiz as my long shot. I'm taking him by sub or points.
And what's that payout for you?
Well, at 334, I haven't put any money on it yet, and I haven't got, because on the platform I go on, we do have when you put your bets on, you do have sub or points, TKO or points, sub or TKO.
Yeah,
like you saw with the
like
new
what's
mag.
the plus? Like I do plus 350, plus 1100. What's his submission and points?
Okay. Those props haven't come up. I've only got the win and lose props.
Okay, yeah, no worries.
Yeah,
We don't have them up yet either. That's why I was just curious. So,
no,
anyways, no
it
problem
hasn't popped
there.
up yet.
I think just to kind of focus on actually how the fight happens, though, I think Ramiz is live early, and if it goes to a second, third round, I think Austin is going to reverse it and play Uno and fire back. So I think Ramiz is a great dog. I'm definitely including him in some underdog parlays and some upsets, because the harder Vegas fades, the better they pay out. And yeah, Vanderford's 70% favorite. Hardy is a 99 or like a 97% favorite here. Yeah, 97% favorite. So,
Yeah.
Just saying. If you make one of these upsets, you might make some money. You make the upsets in the method alone, single method, and round, you're talking, holy fuck, that goes harder than most people's parlays money, right?
And he does, and Vanderford does have. Look, I'm looking now. He does have 3 wins by submission, like 22% of his fights. Yeah, so it's not like
he's pretty tough, dude. He's pretty tough, and he's good on the ground, but he's a motherfucker on the feet, and he gets after it. So yeah, I think he's susceptible to the knockout, but I think he's good on the ground. It'll be an interesting test for Ramiz. It'll be a good hurdle for him just to see, like, okay, here's a guy to keep in mind.
when
But
the
yeah,
props come up.
I think Austin shows up and is a bigger gangster. So I
All right.
will
So,
still bet with Ramiz. But what I like in this fight, Lethal, my safest prop on this fight not to go to the judges. This boom first leg, distance no, and I might even sprinkle on just within the first 2 rounds versus all 3 for an even better payout. So anyways, moving up the card.
yeah.
You can also bet to fight to end by knockout, fight to end by submission. Fight to
So
end by
just for the
submission is
legend
pretty
parlay,
good too because both guys are a good threat there. All right, let's
just
go ahead and move
just
up
for
the
the
card
legend,
though. Go.
just for the legend parlay, I've gone Veronica.
Okay.
I've gone Ramiz, just to let everyone know.
Yep.
Without seeing weigh-ins and without seeing method props, this is just today because we're about 4 days early, everyone. This is what I'm picking from my 3 days of study. This is where I'm going. So I'm going to put it out there now. But
3
these
days.
will change, as Todd has explained many, many times.
All right, so moving up the card, we got Nikolai taking on Soriano. I think this Soriano dude's quite interesting. I think he's got a good good support group behind him. He's not gonna have range or height in this matchup, but I think he's just pretty tough and he seems to hit really hard. I think Nikolai's path to victory here is actually getting the fight to the ground and taking Soriano off the feet. So, what do you got for me in this?
Well, look, I've gone Soriano, right? I don't
Yeah.
see Nikolai winning this fight. He actually lost against Austin Vanderberg by TKO, by the way. So those two have fought together. So Nikolai fought Austin before,
Yeah.
and Nikolai lost. So with that being said,
He got knocked out by Danny
yeah,
Barlow, and we all know that.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, absolutely. So that's why, with that being said, being the knockout artist Punia is, but I do remember his last fights because I lost money on Punia a couple of times. I'm not saying actually he won. He's broken a couple
Yeah.
parlays, right? Because I'm not a believer. But I've seen his clinching game get better. He's taken him more to the ground. He is actually going to the ground more often than he used to. So
You know what
I'm
a good
taking
bet is
Punia
on this
anyway.
one, Lethal? Just real quick while I'm thinking of it. Fight to end by knockout in the first round. So either guy that knocks each other out, you get paid. You could also do a combo of that. Fight to end in the first 2 rounds by knockout. And that seems like pretty fucking safe to me.
Yeah. The fight's going to end. It's not going to go to 3 rounds. I have Punio by finish. I don't know how he's going to finish it,
Yeah.
but it's probably going to be more of a knockout.
It's
You know,
going to be a
obviously, that's
knockout. Again,
yeah,
I think Nikolai's team knows that they want to get this guy kind of worn, tired, maybe fatigued, and just play it safe while winning control time, winning MMA fight versus a gunfight. But if Nikolai gets in that gunfight, he is so susceptible to eating a big
yeah,
counter shot by
yeah,
Soriano, and it's because of the pressure Soriano's going to be putting on him. He's
yeah,
going to definitely try to put his head down and shoot at some point. So the fight will determine whether or not Nikolai can complete a takedown or if he gets knocked out trying to go for it. But even if they're up against the side of the octagon, I could see Soriano using like a shot off to the side of the head, using his elbows. And the truth is, this guy just hurts really bad. So, yeah, I got Soriano by a knockout as my
yeah.
official pick in the first 2 rounds, but I will play it extra safe with a betting perspective and see that I get the best payout that respects, both knockouts within the first 2 rounds
Yeah.
and get extra money safely as a parlay piece there.
Yeah. So basically, we've counted Nikolai out. We're both saying
Yeah,
Soriano's winning this fight.
yeah,
It's
yep,
going to be finished. Yeah, all day.
yep,
Let's move on.
yep. Next
That was
fight,
an
I'm going to
easy
take
one.
Patchy Mix taking on Jacob.
Jacob.
Yep.
Jacob.
I got Patchy Mix. He looked like absolute shit. And that's just part of debuting in the UFC when you're supposed to be really good. So he got that out of his system. He's also fighting a guy that if he doesn't win this fight, he should really just, he should really take a step back and be like, do I even want to attempt to fight in the UFC? Because at that point, where in the fuck would you rank Patchy Mix to such a low ranked unknown of fighter? You know what I mean? So yeah, I think this one is safe to say another distance no. At this point, we're streaking the last 3 fights, potentially the first to go to the judges, unless some girls pull some baller shit, of course, like Hardy. But yeah, these are 3 fights that are within the distance. I got Patchy Mix by the first 2-round submission.
Boom.
Yep.
I totally
I
agree
think
with
he
you,
gets it done with either a rear naked choke or a guillotine.
brother. That's even been more beautiful. I love your beautiful work because I was all with you, and I don't know how he's going to get it done, but I'm going to say this. They gave him a debutant. They gave him fucking an easy road.
The
And I
easiest.
will fucking, and this is one side I will give him. For his first fight in the UFC, Patchy Mitz got Batista, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a very tough
That's
fight.
where, yeah, all day. That's the only guy that beat Murad. Like fuck. So,
He wins in a really shitty way, which sucks. But yeah, he
yeah,
wins.
it's 5 points. It's boring. His last fight he won, it was boring. He held out like we
It's
all know it's
safe, yeah.
boring. I am not a fan of Batista, right? But what I'm going to say, he has a safe way to win fights.
Yes.
Hachi Mix, actually, if he, okay, one of the interviews I was catching up on during this morning was he said, fuck the belt. Basically, I want that Batista fight back. He's insulted by that fight. Insulted. He was paid big money. The UFC lost a big money that day on Pachi Mix, right? All day. I believe Pachi Mix is going to finish this fight by sub. I think it will be, again, I agree with you. It's round 1 or 2. I don't know whether it'll be round 1 from his last audition. I'll take him.
Yeah.
It
That's
might
where it's
take him.
like
It might
he's got that
actually,
stage fright until he's back in there again because he knows
yeah, so
he has like the
I'm going to
pressure
take
on
it
him.
this
You
way.
know.
I'm going to take it this way. Maybe I'm going to go because of the first fight, because of the stage fright. I might go around 2 or 3 submission. 1 round to fucking get it
I'm
sorted.
going to tell
You're
you
mentally,
why I like round 1 and 2 better versus 2 and 3.
yeah,
Patchy has the weight of the world on his shoulders to not
he
only
does.
show up and get his last fight back in the UFC organization, but now more than ever. Because if he doesn't beat this guy, he's just as good as being unranked outside of the top 15 all day. And that's a really weird spot to be when you're a former champion and former just one of the greats of Bellator. So it's a really tough spot for him to be. Thankfully, Sora's got her win out of the way. She got that bounce back. A lot of pressure on Patchy to be that guy, too. And if he doesn't get a last second fill in, bounce back victory, especially, might want to just hang it up. So I'm telling you, pressure of the world's on his shoulders. And I think that he's got to come out and make a statement that much more. And so
I think I don't think he has
this
to make
guy
a
just
statement
has
around
not
1 or
even fought
2.
anyone remotely close to Patchy, and this should be it for him. First round submission
Mate,
is live, I think, for Patchy.
I don't think he has to make a statement around 1 or 2. I think he can, as long as he finishes this fight,
He has 7
even in the
first
last,
round submissions, Lethal, and he only has 2 second round.
in Bellator,
You could do
I
1 and
guess he's
3.
fighting a debutante. He's fighting a debutante. He's fighting a debutante. He's not fighting a seasoned Batista. It was a hard fight to win. I'm going Pachi by sub.
Hey,
I wrote it down.
Lethal.
Yes.
The last time he got a submission in third round, 2021. Prior to that, you had 2019. And then prior to that, or no, not 2019, just 2021, You go all the way back to 2000 fucking 19, and then once
So
again down to 2018.
you said one or two, round one or two. I say two or three. So basically, I think we both reckon round two. You reckon round one. I don't think he's
I
going to
do.
charge out and fucking jump a guillotine and.
Uh, okay, so I'm gonna make a graphic that says Patchy mix submission combo pull. Yeah, that's what we'll do. The Patchy combo pull submission round one or two or three. And I want to make this like a community vote. I think it'd be a fun one.
Yeah.
Let's do it. That'd be a cool one. All right. So,
But
anyways, yeah, I think Patchy's gonna come out. He's gonna just He's gonna flatten Jacob down, and he's just gonna completely flatten him out. And I think fish for a rear naked while hitting some really nice ground and pound elbows, damaging shots that Jacob then turns and gives up his back. So I respect the rear naked. It's how I think it happens. But also, if Patchy fucks up Jacob on the feet and starts to drop Jacob, or Jacob goes to shell up, Patchy's going to cinch that neck up all fucking day and choke him with a guillotine. So,
not in round
yeah,
one.
I'm going to
Not in
take
round
Patchy
one.
by guillotine
Round two.
and rear naked combo. One of those
Round
two
two.
in round one or in round one. In round one.
Oh, it's going to be in round two or three.
No.
Patchy's going to come out. He's going to be stage fright again. He's going to work his way in. He's going to spend 5 minutes, and then he'll come and do his shit. That's my prediction. 2 or 3 sub.
So out of
Do you
two,
vote?
out of 2 or 3, which would you pick?
2.
Okay. For me, I'm thinking it happens in 1.
Okay, so I'll pick a number. 2 for me. Round 2 sub.
Okay.
All right, we're
fun.
in. I love that shit. See? We're going to go specifics. Let's go specific. I'll go round 2 sub.
Perfect.
I hate to say points, man. Fuck, if this becomes another boring one, like, I don't know. I'm just going to say this. I hope we're not expecting too much out of this guy that's about to lose his contract if he doesn't beat the debutant from wherever.
I would agree.
Right.
I would agree with like a better level opponent because bantamweight still has some really good killers. I just don't think Jacob's that guy quite yet.
Yeah.
He needs to
But he's
fight
only,
some guys and get some better names. So
now,
that's kind
I'll
of
lead
all I
into
got
this
to
next
say about
fight.
that. So all right,
I'm
let's
happy
go
to
ahead and
lead.
move up the card. We got Macy Charson taking on Yana Santos. I like Macy in this fight. She's kind of rangy and she's pretty good off her guard. She's great at kind of flattening these girls out and getting kind of scrappy on the ground. On the feet, she's okay. She's got okay footwork. I like that Macy doesn't just move in very simple and basic. She uses her range and kind of circles around, mixes kicks. I think she's very susceptible to having someone be bursty back and cross the void and shut down her range and make it a dogfight in the clinch and get close to Macy. But Macy's also throwing elbows and knees. And go back and watch her fights. There's often blood. And anytime it's women's MMA and you're getting blood, someone's out there understanding the assignment and using their tools because it ain't the fist knockouts that really occur so much. It's the bleeding, the razors, the elbows. And that's why we love, Bullet and Wei Lee and Nunes and Harrison and all them little fucking gangsters. So, Macy, she's of like the non-elite club of like your prelims where we're getting her now, and Santos is kind of the shot in this fight is that she's Russian, so and they're just naturally just some gangster ass bitches over there. So Lethal, who do you got for me? But yeah, I'm gonna take Macy and I'll respect it going by finish here, but if the prop's not extra plus, I don't want it. But yeah, I do like Macy.
So, by theory, I'm gonna correct one thing. I think not only is she Russian, her husband's Diego Santos. Okay, I keep on. I think this is really important to see.
Yep.
That Marietta, all right, is her husband. Now, I have been seeing an improvement in Yana Santos, because she changed her name, right? A big improvement. I think she is a striker. She will win this. If she wins it, it's always going to by decision, right? I have never been a Macy's Chisholm. She hasn't grabbed me that yet. What I have seen is a massive improvement in Santos. So she beat Misha Tate. She beat, look, Chelsea Chandler. Who the fuck's that chick? But Misha Tate, all right? Again,
So
decision
hold
is
on a
always,
minute. Chelsea Chandler is an accomplishment. That's just easy
no,
paycheck. So
that's
she
what I mean.
beat
That's
Misha
why. Who gives
Tate.
a fuck?
Well, let's break down Misha
Right.
Tate's activity and where she's at these days, Miss
Again,
Cupcake.
what I did see in
Cupcake
those
these
fights,
days, well, she beat Julia Avila, but then lost
lost to
to
Aldana,
she
lost to
beat
Holly Holm, and lost to Carol Rosa.
she lost to
All top
Murphy.
contenders.
She lost to Ketlin.
And
She
lost to Chris Cyborg.
She loses to all the very good names for the most part. Early
Yeah.
on, I will say one of her best early wins is against Holly Holm by rear naked choke in round 5. That's
So
probably her most historic win of all time.
I'm taking Santos on this fight. I'm not a fan of Chisholm. I don't think she has got the experience of Santos. I am a true believer. I still love the Moretta, dude. All right. Do you know when we talk about emotional and not emotional? This isn't even emotional about the fighter. I'm thinking more beyond the fighter. I'm thinking about who the fighter is married to. You know what I mean? Who decided to fucking. And since she's been married to him, even me and Sam have said, she's improved. Her clinch game's better. Her fucking striking's way more aggressive. Yes, it's boring. Yes, it's fucking karate, but it's real. I'm. This is my second long shot. So I faded it. My first long shot was Ramirez. My second long shot for the week, this week, long shot master. Remember,
Mm-hmm.
I'm picking Santos,
Right?
and she's paying. By the way, she's paying $2.57 to $1.50.
Yeah,
Hey, can you
91%, and that's because 91% currently on Tapology have Macy winning this fight. So, yeah, man, that's another big underdog for you, but I will admit this. Although it's a very, 9-1 war on Tapology, her rankings is well within the grasp of Macy, and it's really a rank 6 versus a rank 8, you know what I mean? So that's an impressive underdog opportunity just from a betting sprinkle. Absolutely consider it. I probably would stay away from round specifics just because it is still kind of a good test for her compared to Macy. I think Macy was in a little bit further trajectory beyond Yana personally, but I do think that Yana does thrive kind of somewhere in that top 10. So she's going to see if maybe she's closer to top 5, which would surprise me because I thought that was Macy. All right, so
Yeah.
moving up the card here, unless you got anything else for me, Lethal.
Look, so for everyone that's saying, well, what did you pick? I've got Yana Santos
Yep.
on this fight. I haven't got her by win or anything. If anything, it's by decision.
Yeah.
I think she's just going to point fight. She's going to clinch. I think she's got more experience than Chisholm. At $2.57. I'm also looking at the numbers here. The
Yeah.
numbers interesting.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
looking at
it's good.
experience.
It's good to always look at numbers and not just the names because the
Yeah,
bookies fuck up and have a lot of disrespect. I like the plus 5 or 600s. I generally sprinkle on them regardless of who they are because that's a money line sprinkle. DQs can happen and really weird injuries can happen. All kinds of upsets can happen. It's still a coin flip of a outcome in a fight, right? So, yeah. Anyways, moving up the card, I like this fight within the distance. Super safe. I think it happens. Is Ju Sang Yu going to hit a knockout against Willie Cat, Daniel Santos? Santos' activity, a little questionable. He's kind of had this weird kind of mix between inactivity for a number of reasons. But yeah, Yu 7-3 favorite, or sorry, 70% people have juicing you by knockout more than likely. Santos' path to victory is getting dropped but still being in it. Literally fucking Dubronx's little cousin. And his ability to recover and be dangerous on the ground. I don't like juicing you on the ground with Santos, but I 100% see it not really going there if Santos is getting knocked out. So I'm going juicing you, but I also think Willie Cat could pull an upset here and being just on the ground in some kind of way, surviving, grappling, and getting it done with his BJJ. And yeah, distance no is going to be your safest road of victory, and I will respect all 15 minutes on that. So distance no, fight does not go to the judges. What's your pick though on this fight?
So I know Wiley Cat, man. He's BJJ. He's good. He's scrappy. He's fucking different. Yu Zhengyu, China. Don't forget everyone. Dana White just opened a PI up there not more than a year and a bit ago. Chinese athletes are getting better. He's invested in that country because they got 1 billion people. It's a good investment.
Yeah.
They got Zhali Wang. The Chinese fighters are coming up. Now, this is the interesting part, brother. This was the interesting part, was the odds. The odds. So I don't know what you got. So I got breakdown odds here, okay? For this fight, I got all the odds for the breakdown. So I got, just to win, I got Santos at $1.69. I got Yu Zhongyu at $2.85.
Really?
Nearly 3-1.
Really?
Just to win. Just to win.
What's
Right?
his by knockout?
By knockout is 5-1. Not rounds, just by knockout.
Yes. Please,
5-1.
Please do something on that for me.
All right.
I think
5-1.
Now what's the fight not to go 15 minutes?
Okay.
Fight by finish.
Will the fight go to distance? No. $2.10. Yes, it will go to distance. $1.69.
Bro, I'm telling you right now, distance no is a safe hammer. Or parlay piece if you want a long shot.
Yep.
Because you got to respect Willie Cat pulling an upset, but also pulling an upset via submission.
Willie Cat submission is $8.50.
And that's a perfect sprinkle. Now you can bet on both sides. Lethal, you can do that. Set up 2 little parlays. Underdog.
As long as you can, as long as you look, at the end of the day, we might get it wrong. I'm going to let everyone know. We might get fights wrong. At the end of the day, we're trying to make us money. It's what's in your bank account. What did Lethal Toad MMA put in your bank account? Now, some parlays work, some don't. But yes, this is one parlay. You can sprinkle shit on both sides, dude.
What's Willie Cat by finish?
Willie Cat, so that means it's a double chance, which is submission or TKO. Yep. $3.80. Nearly $4, so $3.80.
Yeah.
Nearly $4.
I wouldn't. So for anyone wanting, just like I was saying with Diego and Silva and shit, distance no is your safest bet. But much how Diego was by knockout or submission, like plus 300-ish or more, I think Santos is a great prop by finish here. If you're picking him, don't pick his money line. I really think it happens by a finish.
No,
and
the money line's shit. The money line's shit. You've got to go.
You either got to go Yu by knockout and Santos by finish. I don't think Yu's getting a submission, and I don't think it's going to the judges. So that's like your 2 offsets. Now, we're gonna do this for fun, Lethal. You do it with me. You can take both of those outcomes and build a 2 or a 3 leg parlay to boost it further. So, if you're going to take this bet and choose a little sprinkle on Santos by finish,
Oh,
and
yeah.
bet a little probably more aggressively by you by knockout for me because I sincerely think it happens that way. And then I'll use the fight by finish as a great parlay piece otherwise. But think of one more fight to parlay with this. Make that parlay and let me know. But we could hammer a distance prop like
So
the Gutierrez
I'll
fight
make
to
it
end by
now.
a knockout.
I'll make it right now. So what do you want me to do? You want me to do what? Santos by
No,
knockout?
I'm just saying like you would build like two different method parlays. If you're building one right now, like a good safety parlay, let's just choose fight by finish.
All day. All day. If I'm going to be safe to make money both sides, at 5-1, right? You got using Yong by knockout, right?
Yeah,
At 5-1,
Juice
you got
saying you. Yeah.
you've got him at $5, Yong, and then at $8.50,
Who the fuck?
you've got using Yong. It's fucking Yong, 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 Yong. It's Yong.
It's you.
Oh, it is you.
You keep
Oh
calling me
well,
fucking young.
I don't know. Hey,
You're
now
sitting
this is
here
going to
reading
be
off a
racist.
fucking Chinese
Hey,
menu to
hey,
me,
look.
and I'm sitting here like, who the
Hey,
fuck are you
this
talking
is
about?
this is going to be about the most racist thing I'll ever say. We all look the same, dude. Indians look like Indians, and Chinese look like Chinese, and surnames are surnames. So you,
I
Young,
did
the
not say
Chinese
any of
guy,
that.
the Chinese guy's going to win by knockout.
All right.
Wiley Cat is going to scramble this shit, and there is a good prop at $8.50 for a
So what's your
submission.
pick though? I'm going juicing you by knockout. That's how I think it happens. I'm staying away from
Well,
rounds because Santos is tough.
I've circled on here. You. I've circled Yong Yu. Is that better?
One more time
Yong,
for the class. Your final project. Did
ready?
you pass? Say his name.
Teacher Toad. His name is Yong Yu from China, representing 9-0. He will win by knockout within round 1 or 2.
Yep. So Juice saying you, not young.
Yang Song.
Young Chong. Oh, lethal. All right. Cool. So you got him too. All right. Moving
Yeah,
up the
got
card.
him.
We're both taking Juice saying you moving up the card. Basharat's taking on Chris Gutierrez. Fayed, you know,
Easy,
it's tough.
easy one for me.
Listen, it's tough what's happened with his brother, of course, but I think they're both gangsters, and
Yeah,
I think he's got a lot of
easy
promise.
fight.
I think he gets it done more times than not by a knockout submission. They both come from that pressure of just tight grinding while advancing in strikes, points, breaking you down, tiring you out, hurting you. And what's interesting is Chris. I like. Remember how his little cousin fought recently at Noche, our little Aguilar, the little penguin. I said he
Yeah.
sure loves to fight like Chris Gutierrez. This little back foot sitting at range. You come in and I low kick you and jab you and circle off and low kick and low kick and jab, but never advance forward, just waiting for his opponents. And so I like Basharat a lot here because Chris doesn't get to sit back and play shop, not against Basharat. So unless Basharat sincerely eats something hard trying to come in for a takedown like a knee or a perfectly timed kick, because Gutierrez has some big fucking chopping kicks. Yeah, unless he ironically gets knocked out and fucked up like his brother got, he's going to look really good in this fight. So I'm taking Basharat, but Chris is fucking soy, and I've gotten just frustrated with him and his fights over the time. Like, I guess it's his style of just being so content. It's kind of like shittier Mexican version of Olberg in Sterling way of just sitting back, low kicking and being a fucking chotch. So yeah, seems like
Yeah,
90% of people on Tapology are taking Basharat as well. Where do you got?
yeah.
Who do you got on this one, Lethal?
I didn't have to research. I didn't have to look. It's the Basharat brothers. I've been a follower from the beginning. I've got cards of Farad, actually. I've got cards of both. I don't know which one was going to get the belt. It'll be awesome if they both did. That'll be awesome. But they're both great. Their skills are fucking fantastic. Gutierrez, apart from a fucking beautiful leg kick, on Instagram they showed a chick that was winning fights with just a side kick. Did you see that? Like just one side kick. It was just like a post on Instagram. Yeah. So
I saw that. It was nice.
yeah, so I'm sort of going to go down the same direction as that one. Leg kick, they're down. Basharat's got it all over the ground. There was no research on this one. I haven't got him anywhere because his fucking odds are shitty okay. Want to see what his odds are by breakdown on this end?
Also, just real quick, Lethal, like it's a 9-1 on Tapology, so the bookies are gonna have Gutierrez by a big underdog. It's likely a
Yeah,
decision if he got it done, but also I think a Basharat winning rounds via takedowns points. It might be a moment if Chris won the fight, I'd have an easier time believing he pulled the upset knockout with a timed kick, knee, or a big powerful strike as Basharat just kept throwing himself over and over and keeping pressure in tight quarter, clinch work, wrestling, striking, and Chris just feeding him something nasty.
brother.
So I would respect a Chris knockout upset more than him winning points against a wrestler grinder. So Chris by knockout or submission, because it could also be a guillotine from a takedown attempt.
I have the numbers. I have the numbers for you. Chris by knockout, 10-1. Chris by points, 8-1.
Okay, so
Chris by submission.
Look at this. Chris by knockout, 9 knockouts, has never been knocked out, but decision, he's won 12, but lost 4 decisions. He's only been
8-1.
Submitted once.
8-1 by points. Now,
what's his submission prop? What's his stupid ass submission prop that won't hit?
26-1.
Holy shit! It's because he's only ever gotten one.
26. Now, Basharat, 10-1 or 950. So I'm going to round it up, right? So 950 on here, but 10-1. TKO. Points, I'll actually give you the number.
It's
950 TKO.
Yeah, let's do it.
Submission is $6.25.
That's probably what I would take.
All right. The points, you're correct, the points compared to Gutierrez, to Basharat, Farid by points, $1.67.
Stay away from that.
That's right.
Stay away from that. What's his knockout? His knockout's got to be 1,000 plus.
Yeah, $9.50 exactly on the dot. 2-1.
You put on pretty close. I said 1,000 and you got 950. So join the Toad bookie. I'll give you that extra 50. Let's make some money. No, I think Basharat will get it done by submission, but sure, Chris is, like I said, a non-engaging fighter, running away from the action, kicking low, staying at range of his opponents, keeping to a fucking jab or anything that he can fucking recover very quickly to remain a fucking shell. If this dude was a Pokemon, he'd be Geodude. Fucking sad. He ain't doing shit.
No.
Now listen,
that's
right here, distance-wise, I am not aggressive with distance on this one. So,
mate, look,
I'm staying away from this one on a distance parlay, but I will sprinkle Basharat as a submission with a long shot. At 950, that's a great one. Or sorry, that's his knockout. His submission's 8.
That's his knockout.
His submission's 8.
His submission is, quickly double check, Basharat submission, 625.
Bookies fuck up sometimes. It's a very specific bet. Can you look at fight to end by submission?
Okay.
Because remember, Chris has
Submission
only gotten
round.
one. I've seen a bookie fuck up and give me like plus 1050 odds. And I'm like, oh, so I get the bet.
I've got Basharat round combos. I haven't got, but I've got Basharat rounds 1 or 2, $7.50 submission. Basharat rounds 2 or 3, $10.50 submission.
So I'm going to pull it up here myself real quick because I can choose fight to end by submission. I'm telling you, I've seen these guys fuck this shit up all the time and give me a better
Well,
prop.
Basharat by submission is 625 straight out. It's only 625.
Okay, how will the
Rounds 1,
fight
2,
end? Yeah, look at this. Fight to end by submission plus 460. So no, fuck it. I'd take Basharat by submission. Let's just do
yeah, at
this.
$6.25. Yes.
For me, it's
Basharat was always going
dude,
to.
listen to this. It's plus 500 for me. So again, you got Australian props. They're just juicier.
Okay, so Basharat by submission or points. So, I told you have that double chance? It's only $1.34. Basharat by KTO or points, TKO or points, is $1.45. But Basharat by TKO or submission is $4.
That's probably the safest for sure.
That's the better one, isn't it?
Yeah, yep, I agree.
4-1.
But I would also
4
argue
to 1.
that the fight by finish is safest yet. So what's the fight no distance no there?
Wait. Basharat.
If it's plus 300, I would go that route instead.
$3.45.
Bro, swallow your pride and say plus 60 isn't worth losing the slip and having Chris pull an upset via knockout or some stupid shit or a decision because he wins a lot of those too with points and kicks and strikes. So just say distance, no. That is your safest leg.
Distance. Let me double check that. Yeah. Oh, sorry. $2.95. So I was looking at $2.95.
And
No,
I
not
said
going to
if
distance.
it was plus 300, it's still worth betting.
Yeah. So not
Because it's
going to
respecting
distance.
knockout submission by both men over 15 full minutes. That's a good bet in a live
So
big
basically-
pay-per-view where you're getting a lot of like extra emotions and feelings from the crowd and all this shit. Like, yeah, it could be a finish.
Yeah. So basically 3-1 not to go to distance.
But yeah, again, I personally am staying away from distance on this card for my long shot. But that would be a good small sprinkle for fun on a prelim. Sure, like for me,
Yeah.
$10, to win 30 something or whatever. That'd be cool.
No, that's
I've
right.
Seen,
to keep
I've seen weirder things in MMA. All right, you ready to move up to
as
the next fight?
As you say, you use the money to fire back up.
Yeah.
So you only put a small sprinkle so you can fire up for that main parlay. Like that's what I do. You know what I mean? I sprinkle some so I can play. I use fights like this for play money.
Yeah, what I do is I typically get a fight just to say distance. No, I'm not more confident on that fight than the previous fights we've been talking about on some of these finishes. So it's staying out of the master finisher parlay that I'm building here. But that is a fight that is just a good sprinkle on its own for something fun. Make it entertaining because that fight could also be a boring fucking stale ass fight. And so you're just like, well, at least I got some money that could keep me watching this shit because this fight sucks.
Absolutely.
Chris doesn't engage. I'm not a fan of Chris Gutierrez. The dude needs to come forward and make it a fucking fight and not be a kickboxer. All right, moving up the card, we got Edmund Shabazian taking on Andre Muniz.
Yep, you lead this one. I'm checking the dog. I'm just doing a check every.
Tapology is a fucking flock of seagulls. Every pick is a 10-1. Lethal and I have been back and forth on a couple picks so far. So the odds here are just even more just one-sided. So we'll see. we could see some huge dogs bark again. Very disrespectful. However, look at 62% think that Andre gets it done by submission. I agree, Edmund, all day on the feet. Is he a problem? And I don't think Andre should test that. Even though Andre's pretty tough, can take a bit of a beating. I think Edmund, especially surging right now in his activity, yeah, if he can keep the fight on the feet, he's probably getting it done by a knockout pretty convincingly. So, without too much surprise, I'm going to hover down below and see that 80% of people think that Edmund Shabazian gets it done by a knockout. So, we'll see what the Golden Boy looks like. Let's see if he can streak it to a 3-fight win streak. But I also believe that Edmund Shabazian hits a knockout here. So, just kind of like building a fun method. A prelim method, like a cycle parlay for fun, and then just start to eliminate only to, all right, here's my cycle. Here's me reflecting what I believe in, what I also like from a number standpoint. Let's condense this or split it up and divide it, right? So Edmund Shabazian by knockout being as heavy as a favorite. I'm expecting his knockout to only be something like plus 300, maybe 200. I don't see a Shabazian knockout very high. So let me look.
Let me have a look.
Edmund by knockout for me is negative 165. So I stay away from
Wow.
that. You can get round specific to make it plus money, but I stay away from that. What I do is I go to distance no, which is terrible. It's only negative 480. But if I go to, just real quickly to wrap this up, if I go to round props and I say fight not to go to the third round, that's only negative 230. So for the fight to end by a submission or a knockout by either men for the first 10 minutes, I'm getting basically the same prop as Edmund by a knockout, just a little worse. If I bet on this fight, that's what I would probably do. I don't like the bets on these guys unless you really think that Andre wins the fight. I do not.
Okay. I love Andre Muniz. I think he's a fucking cracker. Little fucking dude comes out and cracks. He's aggressive. He has fucking, if he wins, he wins. If he I'm not a fan of Edmund, right? And this is not about emotional. So I'm going to throw you numbers here. So I'll give you who I'm going to, okay, I'm going to tell you who I'm going to pick before the numbers. I'm picking, this is my third long shot, by the way.
Yeah.
So just to win in Australia, it's $3.30 for Muniz. I'm taking him to win this fight. Just that on my parlay. Now, for methods of victory, Edmund by TKO, $1.61. Shitty. Edmund by points, $7.75. Interesting. Edmund by submission. This is unreal. Don't forget, Edmund's mentor back in the day used to be Ronda Rousey, right?
He's not going to get a fucking submission. It's a knockout. If this fight goes to the ground, it's because Andre won the fight.
I'm just throwing it out there. So that's 31-1.
Yeah.
So here we go. Muniz by TKO. I find this interesting because Muniz only wins by TKO.
He wins by submission.
Listen, rarely TKO, yeah. Muniz TKO.
He's got 13 round one submissions, and he's got two second round submissions. He's got 15 submissions.
Yeah.
He's got 4 wins. He's got 4 wins by knockout and has been knocked out 6 times. So to me, this says Edmund knocks him out or Andre submits him. That's it. So
the odds, what I'm doing on my share, I'm at $6 for Muniz by submission. I'm sprinkling a little bit to keep my day going. That's like beer money. I am taking Edmund to win this fight. I'm not putting any money on the knockout or anything because the odds are too low. It's just on my legend parlay, which I'm putting on. Do you know when we try and get the whole card?
Yeah.
That's the stat. This fight doesn't sort of interest me. But as a long shot for the submission prop for Muniz at $3.30, Edmund, You know, I like I do say, I will say it again. He must have some sort of jiu-jitsu, Edmund. He was trained by Ronda Rousey. Like, fuck, Jesus Christ, you must have some shit going on.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah, you're right.
the props are,
I don't think he's as easily going to be broken because Andre won't have the striking advantage. And so yeah, I don't really see him getting finished by Andre more so than I could see
yeah,
Andre just kind of grappling it out and wet blanketing and trying to stay on the ground and,
all day.
just
So
work off
yeah,
side
definitely
control and
Edmund.
shit like that because yeah, this every time the fight gets reset and it goes to round 2, Edmund's very much alive. So let's just imagine a really weird scenario where first of all Munez comes out and is winning the fight because I don't think it happens that way. If Edmund goes to his stool and comes back on his feet, he's so live in the fight again just because he's on his feet and he can totally knock out Andre. We
Yeah,
know Andre gets knocked out. He's been
yeah.
knocked out 6 times. So
It was
that's
sort
all
of
I'm
a
trying to get
fight.
to.
Yeah, I totally agree with you, Toad. It was sort of a fight that the only prop, because this was a fight where I wasn't looking emotionally or at fighters. Like I said, it didn't interest me. But then I looked at props. I was like, I wonder because Edmund props. Obviously, I'm going Edmund on this fight.
Yeah.
He would be
His betting
nearly
sucks
and not
though, so
more.
I'm going round props for
Yeah,
this. His betting sucks, so I'm going round
yeah,
props.
yeah.
Instead of being
They're really
Edmund,
shitty.
instead of being fucking Edmund at like negative 200 or some dumb shit, I'm gonna say fight not to go to third round at negative 235. That's my bet.
Edmund for rounds 1 or 2 is $1.85. Edmonds for round 2 or 3, though, that's interesting, is $3.50.
It will always be more, yeah, because a lot of people think it would be a first round knockout by Edmund. That's
Yeah,
the
yeah,
consensus. Yeah.
all day.
Yep.
But 2 or 3 is interesting.
It's
Just
like
say,
our
like you said,
conversation earlier. Like I'm really convinced that other finish happens in the first 2 round. First round between 1, 2, and 3. I would couple 1 and 2 to be safe. But if you had to tell me pick one, it's the first round. This will be another first round finish. So
so
you're going Edmund.
basically,
I'm going
oh,
Edmund. Andre's a great
Edmund,
sprinkle for submission as a really weird upset, but I'm gonna look at distance and respect Edmund's capability of winning and get a better
you're
payout.
only betting,
So yeah,
you're
go.
only betting on Andre if you've got money to play with and you want to fuck around. If you really want to win, you're putting your money on Edmund. It's
Yeah,
that plain and simple.
you're taking a 90% pick and fading it.
Yeah.
So that I
Yeah,
mean
yeah,
you're
yeah. I am
10% of the
following. I'm
population.
following the seagulls. I'm following the seagulls on
Exactly.
this one, brother.
All
I'm
right.
in.
So next fight here. Very happy to see the professional work of Tapology upload photos of all their fighters, and we can actually see who the fuck's fighting who. Because if you go to a multi-billion-dollar website and company with TKO, the Ultimate Fighting Championship, you go to their website, you get fucking 3D blank dolls because you can't see who the fuck is who with no photos uploaded or shit. So Tapology giving us the stats we want to read, giving us the props we're interested in seeing. Francis Ngannou has a little cousin. And that little cousin was out there digging all them fucking same holes too. And you know what? I'll tell you what. This boy right here, he's a fucking slugger. He throws it from his
Boom,
waist up, throwing bombs, using his
boom.
core, generating maximum power in his punches. And if you fold forward, he's going to switch it to a fucking uppercut, a knee, something nasty to put you out of your fucking misery. So Francis Ngannou's little cousin has not only been one of the most fierce rising guys in an already, you know, pretty interesting weight division full of killers. He's still so widely ranked in the world. He's ranked 56, and this last second fill-in and Vines is a very interesting one because normally we're sitting here like, who's the UFC's sacrificial lamb this time?
Mm,
Well, the last one pulled out,
mm.
and this brave soul got a nice little deal from Dana. I think he probably bumped into him at the casino, and said, "Hey, you need to settle some debts. I got a guy for you to fight, my friend." So we're getting this
Yeah.
fight.
Look, I don't even know what's going on here because this fight is actually not on my end. They bailed it. I don't know whether it got cancelled or not, but it's literally not sitting here
Oh
on
yeah, yeah,
the
yeah,
gam-
yeah. Fuck. It shows canceled for
on the
me
gam-
too.
It's on. It's not here on the gambling end, brother. I have not got that fight, but
No,
I
no, no,
have got
no.
the
It does
odds
show it. No,
when
no,
it was.
it does show it. It says confirmed
Yeah.
upcoming bout. The fight that was
So I
canceled
haven't got.
was with Andreas. So
Yeah. So by my end, Australia, because we're fucking back of the fucking ass of the world,
well,
haven't updated sports
call
bets,
your fucking newspaper and tell them to wake the fuck up and update their shit. They're wrong.
but with
The
the
fight is
stat, what
on.
I am going to say,
The fight is fucking
I know.
on. And Vines is a sacrificial lamb that UFC
Mm.
bumped into at the casino that Dana promised
Now,
some
if you're going to make a
bitches.
bet, he's got not only has he got all knockouts, they're all in round one. Round one. Oh no, sorry, round two
Yeah.
against
The one that
Euro
he didn't get
Nadal.
the round one knockout though was impressive because bro was pinged up all over the place in the first round.
Yeah.
So you
So
gotta have an
definitely,
iron chin, and then you might get knocked out in the second round. I'd be damned if I see Gutierrez go to a third round with some people for some time until he gets to the higher rankings, and people
yeah.
can have more success with their grappling and keeping this guy locked up in the clinch on the ground and not fucking him up.
You know
Even
what?
in the clinch is
There,
terrifying as shit. This guy will throw from underneath. He'll use his knees. He'll use his height. He'll weigh on you. He'll open you up and fuck you up. He's looping. He's
let's
powerful.
let's let's
You're, either
let's put
way,
this
you're gonna get blacked on this fight. So enjoy it.
mate. We'll put a perspective for the common man out there. If you
Cooking.
see this guy on the street, do not fuck with him. It's just that plain and simple. Don't think your fucking jiu-jitsu's going to work. Don't think. He is Mini Ngannou. Well done. Welcome to UFC. All day. That's a no-brainer for me, man. So we can move on.
All right, cool. All right, moving up the card, we got Joe Body Tampons Pfeiffer taking Abus Megamadov. Abus, he had a great win against Bruno. I'm a big Bruno believer. And Freya. And the win over Michelle's not terrible. It's aging to be very terrible, but Michelle still has been pretty scary on and off fighter when he's on in the first round or two. Otherwise, what Abus really didn't quite do in the last 2 to 3 years is he did beat the top of the division's guys. He lost to Sean Strickland. He lost to Kyle Braulio. But he, as a fighter, is one of those guys that he's got the championship qualifications. He isn't devoted to one art. He's going to grapple. He's going to kind of adjust to where the fight takes him. And that's what opens him up to be a second, third round fighter. Even if he's not winning by a finish, he's winning back points with his grappling. He's winning back control time. He's doing good against takedown attempts as well as catching up and striking, fading. His cardio is going to be noticeably better than Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer will either successfully headhunt early in the fight, but if you told me one fighter won in the third round, I would assume it was Abus breaking down Pfeiffer, having a bit of a Jack or Manson moment where he is more off his back foot, respecting the power of Pfeiffer, and just being wary of that range. Not really staying at range, but picking his times to try to get this fight to the ground. I think they'll both be kind of at a stale on the ground. I'm not going to say that Abus is going to pry Pfeiffer down and bully Pfeiffer down, but could he potentially win minutes and keep this fight alive? Because any moment he's on the feet, he is very susceptible to the knockout of Pfeiffer, but I'm not all in on Pfeiffer. I know Dana loves to give Pfeiffer some of these guys that are stepping in last second or kind of on their way out the door. I'm not upset what I'm seeing with Abus and at the competitive level of the guys that he's doing it against are still doing. So I think this is definitely more of a a test for Piper than it is a test for Abus. I really sincerely think that Piper has yet to really fight some of these guys. And this is a very good, you're earning your way towards that top 15 for sure if you win this one. So, Piper, will he win by knockout? I hate to say it. I did just give some flowers to Abus, Strickland, Kyle Brahalio, not too bad of losses. Piper getting it done minus Jack. Before I give you my final prediction, I'm going to let you jib jab some, and I'll give it to you at the end.
All right, so
Thank
Joe,
you guys. Cheers.
who the fuck is that fucking guy? What the fuck? Dana bought that kind of house. Dana did this. Dana invested in this horse, right? In the stable. My horse, if that was my horse, I'm hoping the hell you win the fucking this fight, for fuck's sake. Because if you don't win this fight, Joe Pfeiffer, my horse is, I don't know, I'll give it to a child as a gift. You know what I mean? Because you're no use to me if you're not making me money. So that's how this works. These are fighters, but they are dogs. They are horses in a stable. They are money to Dana White. He invested in Joe Pfeiffer. He gave him a boost. Oh, you fucking poor cunt, Joe Pfeiffer. I feel like Dana White's losing fucking faith in Joe Pfeiffer.
He is.
Because a boost is a fucking animal. He's an animal.
So listen. Listen. Dana runs a fucking carnival. The carnival is called the UFC. And every so often, you have to take your showman monkeys that you put up on these little silhouettes and little stages around the amusement park. They're supposed to show up at a certain time, do their skit, and leave. Piper's skit was he's supposed to be the hardest punching fucking man in the world, right? Piper was supposed to be he's handcuffed to the fucking punching bag, and he's gonna wait until the crowd puts their asses in the seats, and Dana's gonna point, and he's gonna go out and punch the guy, and he's gonna go to fuck to sleep. Piper, when he lost to Jack Hermanson, which I really intentionally mentioned in this week's breakdown, Dana just had that feeling like, the fuck did I just do? Because I'll tell you exactly what happened at that fight. He had a lot of camera time that week. He had a nice little long interview with someone like Megan Levy, who, yeah, that's a big star moment to be with her for an hour, however long they were fucking sucking each other's dicks interviewing. And everyone's just boasting this guy as if he's already been there doing the thing that he had just started to do. And Jack was supposed to be the sacrificial lamb. And Dana said, what in the fucking shit? So he gathered everyone up at his little fucking carnival. He took a big fucking filet mignon steak into the tiger tank and he threw it in there. And the steak ate the fucking lion. That's how Dana felt. So, yeah, it's a weird relation with him because now even if he's winning, he's not always getting it done by knockout. And if he is, who's he getting it against? I mean, Gastelum respectfully has a fucking chin, right? But...
Mate, look, at the end of the day, dude, I was excited only because of the odds, right? I'm not excited for Joe Pfeiffer fighting anymore. I'm not excited watching Abus fighting, but what I was excited about was the money line. The money line's great on Abus, which is beautiful, because I think Abus, Joe Pfeiffer hasn't done it for me. You've just said, I'm not going to repeat what you just said because you've just fucking... Everything you said was in my head. I don't know what you can say, but the money line, this is where I believe the flock of seagulls are going wrong. I truly believe it in this fight. If I was going to pick the one big long shot in this fight, because in my land, down under, Abus is paying great money. He's paying.
He typically pays okay money. Abus is never normally like a high favorite where he pays shit. So yeah.
Nah, and against Joe Pfeiffer, I think Abus is going to
What's his submission? What's his submission prop?
$10 to 1, exactly on the dot.
I would do an Abus submission and a Piper knockout.
Pfeiffer is $2.35 to 1. Pfeiffer by submission is 7 to 1. So they reckon his submission. The flock of seagulls reckon Pfeiffer is better on the ground
What
than a
about his
Boosh.
knockout?
Right?
Who the fuck? How many people have his knockout prop?
The knockout prop on a Boosh is $7.75.
I'm talking for Joe Pfeiffer.
Exactly on the dot, $2.35.
That's more like it because again,
So
anybody
two
going
quarter.
Pfeiffer should probably go knockout. It's not that his submission isn't there. It's just that it'd be like something like a Boosh getting dinged up, trying to counter wrestle to clinch and recover and try to come back from. Because he does it all the time. A Boosh is, we've seen him hurt and recover in fights, and he's going to have to lean on his grappling to do that because he's not going to win it back in striking, right? So the thought there is that Pfeiffer could sync up that fucking neck with like some kind of standing garce or a guillotine or like a ninja choke or something where he just fucking folds and bends a Boosh forward and gives up that neck. But yeah, I think Pfeiffer gets it done. But again, I think a Boosh is a good dog here where he could pull another Jack Hermanson, but more respectfully because the Boosh is, again, more active and beating good guys still that are on their way up.
I've basically taken a Boosh. He's paying $3 just to win, right? On my end, just to win.
Yeah.
So
that's your pick as well,
day,
or do you got Pfeiffer?
No, I've got a Boosh. I'm going against Pfeiffer. He's not impressing me. I don't know what to say. I think my horse
I'm
is
not impressed with him, Lethal, but I think like he's got a bit more to go yet still before he beats that roadblock.
This was one of the dogs when I went through the card and I looked at the numbers and I'm looking at everything. I'm going, what would I invest in? What do I think? And I'm not talking about full parlays or anything. I'm talking about, I'll throw on $10 on a Boosh, and I'll throw on 50 just for the winner, 3 to 1. You know, that gives me $150. But that's one of those dogs because I don't believe Joe Pfeiffer has shown it enough. I think a Boosh has. A Boosh beat Michael Pereira. He beat Bruno Pereira. He beat the Hulk.
Yeah, but I look at the fight with Bruno, and Bruno still had moments of success, but it was also like Bruno always just barely being out of range and just being such a smaller frame and stockier that if Pfeiffer starts tagging up a Boosh won't be able to recover the same way. Like Pfeiffer will hit some of these shots and probably knock him out or fold him. It's that a Boosh has to be successful with his grappling, and I like him by his submission prop. That's a very good payout for his road to victory. But a Boosh can tag people up on the ground too with elbows and shit just as much. But it'd be tough to do against Pfeiffer.
Okay, $4.75. How about this one here? Here's a beautiful odd. Submission or TKO a Boosh. You don't know how he's going to go, right?
Yeah.
How's $4.75 to 1 sound?
That's great.
That's a good fucking prop, isn't it?
Yeah, that's a good prop.
That's a good prop. That's either or. He might do it on the ground. He might do it on the feet.
What's his money line though?
His exact money line is $2.96. Nearly 3 to 1.
Yeah. Unless you're like trying to like build a small fun parlay, you want that extra boost, the little extra risk of it not going the 15 minutes or not. I would say if you did a boost, it'd be good just to do money line because it's not like Joe's gonna easily be knocked out in this fight, and it all comes down to can you choke out Pfeiffer and then wear him down and tire him. I think a boost totally could get a 3rd round submission. I'd almost look at a third round submission.
A boost by points is $6.25.
That's good too.
Joe Pfeiffer is $5.10 for Joe Pfeiffer. They actually think Joe's going to finish this fight by TKO.
I think he does too. But yeah, it's a good bet. It's a good little like a fun. Hey, if you were building a fucking cycle parlay and you wanted a very small sprinkle, it's like a win but an upset. Everyone was betting that
Yeah.
Pfeiffer got the knockout. Their bets all fell off, and here you are with a solid slip that says, "Hey, look, he just gave me plus 500. That's really good prop. That's like better than his round specific props, to be honest."
This fight, again, I would call it my play money fight. It's not a fight that I can predict. It's going to
Yes.
go either way. I'm not a believer in Joe Pfeiffer. I am going to go with Boost. I will take the long shot on this one. But again, I look, for Joe Pfeiffer's sake, I hope you fucking win this fight, and you better not bore the fuck out of us like Nahavo Sterling. All right, you better do something.
Can we
So,
make a deal with me real quick, Lethal, and we'll move on to the next fight? How about if Joe wins this fight, he has to go to City Kickboxing?
done.
If he wins
How
this
about
fight,
this?
if he wins this fight by decision and he can't get a knockout, he needs to go train with Navajo Sterling and Ulberg and see what real power feels like and get out of this fantasy like he's some big tough guy and get his ass beat and humbled a little bit. And I think a humbled Joe is a lot
Yeah.
better than I'm a Mr. Tough Guy Joe, because he's in
Hey,
kind of
look,
this really weird stance with even the crowd just from having such a shit tough guy personality and yet getting fucked.
he's sort of got. He even went half Colby. He's gone half Colby. He tried to do the whole Mexican thing. The only person that insulted the one country in one hit I've ever seen in my life was Colby Covington. I've never seen anything like it. You can't replicate that, Pfeiffer. You can't sit back and replicate that, okay?
I thought Brian Battle did it in a fun, pretty cool way.
No, you still can't. Man, when Colby did it, that's surpassed Conor McGregor shit, dude. That was magnificent. He saved his fucking contract because Dana went, "Oh my God, I got 1 billion views out of that."
Yeah.
That was magnificent. I've never seen a man literally sit back and tell everyone to fuck off and you're pieces of shit, and then get flown out of the country by the USC because the death threats. Like, that was magnificent. No one can match that. And Joe Pfeiffer, you can't match that. Brian Battle, you have no. I give one thing to Colby, dude. That took some fucking balls all day.
I just like how, a lot of people, when they get booed, they're always like that same generic response and road and reply like, "You guys suck. You guys are all bitches."
Yeah.
Da 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 da. Brian Battle had a lot of personality in his win. And he's a cool fucking dude. He loves his fans. He loves what he does. And he's kind of got that cool fight for my family vibe thing going on, too.
You know what?
So
it's good being
I'm
cool.
a Battle fan, and he's a follower of the
Everyone
dude,
can
baby.
be cool,
Let's go,
but
Bam,
Colby's
all
an
day.
ass.
My boy. Let's go. Just sad you couldn't make the weight, obviously, and resume what you once had in the UFC, and that makes me sad. But, wish you the best in life, like that guy. But just sorry you can't. You got to go up and weight. And I don't know how that looks for you. So.
All right, next. I'm loving this fight. This is easy money for me.
Yep. Which was Boost just to win?
Booze. I'm at 3-1 just to win because he's actually on a few of my actual proper parlays, okay?
Yeah.
We talk about stupid parlays, the stupid ones that we try and make money on. The ones that we actually put on Instagram, the ones that we win, a boost is on them. So I've got a boost. I don't think Joe Pfeiffer's going to take it. If he does, he's going to. I've never bet on Joe Pfeiffer. I've won some. I've lost some. He's not consistent enough for me.
I've lost one.
So I've never. The big mouth didn't make it. It didn't do it. You're not Connor. You're not Colby. You're just a dude in between. So I'm taking a boost just to come in and carve up the big mouth.
Okay.
TKO or submission at $6.25. I'll pick it. Fuck it. Fuck the $3-1. He will finish this. Double chance. I don't know how, but at $6.25, I'm all good. I'll put 20 on it. just for fucking giggles.
And who by finish?
A boost
Okay.
at 6-1.
Yeah, that's good props. Go for it if you're gonna do it, because I think Pfeiffer gets it
Yeah.
done, and I think as a parlay piece, I'm gonna say distance no on that fight as well. All right, moving up the
Yeah.
card.
I could keep it boring as fuck as well.
Yeah, it totally could be, but I see a finish happening. I think both guys know they need it. So, all right, moving up the card, you got Josh Emmett taking on Yusuf Zalal. Josh is one of those guys where he just wants to be met in the chaos, the car crash. He's got bombs. Really, he's known for his overhands. He kind of mixes it in ways to keep it on the feet more times than not in slugfest. Tough thing about being an Emmett fan is you all say, oh yeah, I like Josh Emmett. That guy's pretty tough. He gets after it. Well, sadly, sometimes you say a guy's tough. Well, he's taking a share of these exchanges. So, although I've never really faded on Emmett's ability to withstand and the storm and continue to fire back until maybe one of those missiles sinks his opponent in one big upset shot. You just kind of say, yeah, at 40 years, man, you've had a hell of a career. You've had a lot of ups and downs, and then the last 4 fights we've had 3 losses. So Yusuf Salal is very good with his footwork. His cardio is going to be able to be very fast paced in this fight. He's going to avoid and try to stay out of range of Emmett, work on his kicks, jab, fight the point, but not fight the finish. It's going to be Emmett kind of pointing to the ground, kind of bucking on Yusuf to try to stand with him and trade. I expect there to be a little bit of taunt and going back and forth in this fight because of it. Emmett gets after it, though. His ability to withstand a lot of damage is real. I just worry at this point. We could see some kind of flash upset just based on just accumulated wear and tear and damage. And at the end of the day, youth, man. 11 years is a big difference here. And Yusuf has been streaking, pulling some upsets along the way, and just not really taking risks the way that Josh does. So again, being tough, taking risks, are these things that I hemisphere as a safe bet? Absolutely not. So for anyone picking Yusuf without looking, I understand why. I'm one of those boys, though. I will back my homies, and I will ride or die. So I'm going to pick my boy Josh Emmett to pull the big upset overhand and catch the fucking mouse that's running away from the cat swipe. I think Josh Emmett smacks that shit. Big overhand right knockout. Now 82% have Yusuf Zalal. So yeah, I'll probably look at an Emmett knockout prop too, because that's in my mind how it happens. And I'll turn it over to Lethal. What you got for me on this one, man?
Brother, wow. This was exciting for me. I don't know how to say this except quickly. My first thoughts when I looked at it, without looking, and I know the game like you do, was Zalal. You went Emmett. I just looked at Zalal. His fight streak, he's so technical.
When you look at
On the
MMA
ground,
math, right, you just look at, you're looking on the right side of the screen on Tapology.
Now, I also remember this man that came into the UFC, this ball fucking dude that looked like a fucking tank. His name was Josh Emmett. I've never seen anything like him. If he touches you, you die. He just has to touch you. That's all he has to do is just touch you. Yusuf is not big and strong enough to get touched by Josh Emmett. If Josh Emmett touches Yusuf, Yusuf is dead. He's just got to touch him like this, brother. Like, look, just go like this. And he's done. He's just got to touch him. I believe this is the biggest long shot on the whole card, by the way, on my end. It's $4.75 just for Josh Emmett to win. 5-1. Let's round it up. 5-1.
Yeah, that's a great dog. That's a great dog.
That is the biggest long shot.
That's your Neil Magny, man. He's the other unk at the barbecue I was telling you about.
You read my mind. If anyone wants to do a Neil Magny this week, if anyone wants to go, Now all the fucking seagulls are
Let's
going.
go, Emmett. Let's
I
go, my
I have
boy.
got Zilla on a lot of parlays,
Bro,
but
hold on.
yeah.
I'm
I
getting
have
out a
got no.
notepad because I have like
I've done a bit of a Tom Nolan on Josh Emmett because his props at TKO, because this is one of my. I had to do it. I put 50 on it. Josh Emmett by TKO, $7 to 1. No rounds, no nothing. He will finish this fight and knock out Yusuf at $50. I had to throw that in. I had to do it. But technically, I am going to say this. You lost against Yair, Josh. Technically, you need to be in the pocket. You like to be in the phone booth. Yusuf will win by points if he has to. He will win by points if he has to. Josh doesn't want to win by points. This is why the safe bet is Yusuf by decision. Who wants to stay in the pocket with Josh Emmett? Literally. I don't want to stay in the pocket with Josh Emmett. But if you don't stay in the pocket with Josh Emmett, then he's got nothing to give you. Yusuf is very good at being a Carlos Ulberg and Israel Adesanya. You know what I mean? He's really good at that. Let's actually one of the fighters on the card, Fareed Basharat. He's really good at fighting to win, like the Karate Kid. You don't have to knock people out. You just got to walk out and win. The odds on Emmett at knockout, I had to do. There's only one way this is going to go, in my eyes. Emmett by knockout at $7.50. I already put 50 on it. It's done. I get $350 if Emmett finishes the fight by TKO. There's only one way it's going to go. Or Yusuf by points, because Yusuf is going to do a Stephen Wonderboy, a Ian Gary. We can go through fighters that stand on the outside. All for Carlos Ulberg.
Yeah. So again,
so
when you break down like technicality and next generation MMA, like to no surprise, Emmett is
Yusuf
from a
Bilal.
different. He's from a different decade, not a different generation. Emmett is a veteran, decade more fighter who's, he's had his old ways of these scrappy gunfights that are supposed to be a certain way. Meanwhile, Yusuf was trained and taught very young on how to overcome and win these.
If Emmett doesn't fucking make him uncomfortable in the first and finish him in the second, he's not winning this fight. You'll see how this fight will play out in the first round. You'll either see Emmett, you'll see it. You'll know how. This is one of those fights where you're either going to have
you're seeing a Zalal decision likely versus an Emmett
knockout.
Yes.
Yes. This is one of the fights where I'll probably be able to have a piss break, and because he does not want to stand inside with the hurricane of Josh Emmett. I give that guy, fuck no. I don't give a fuck how big you are. Do not stand in the pocket with Josh Emmett. It's just plain and simple.
Yes. Yeah, it's not a tough man contest when you have somebody who generates maximum power and how they fucking throw their overhand. And I think
this is going to be
power has been tested quite a few times, and the hypothesis is, well, you just simply don't survive it often. So
basically, this is going to be Emmett.
Yusuf's smart, like I said at the beginning. 100% understand the favor in Zalal based on a lot of factors. Again, youth, technicality, his roundedness, and my boy Josh Emmett, kind of a one-trick pony, but man, when it fucking kicks, it kicks. It's really like getting kicked by a fucking horse. So I'm rooting for Emmett to hit the one-hitter quitter, and that's who I'm riding because that's my bro. So it's a biased pick. That's an emotional pick. But if you guys pick Zalal from a, well, how's the last 5 fights looked, and what are your benefits and advantages and
Yeah,
strengths?
look,
Yes,
I look,
Zalal makes
I
most
just
sense.
can't look. The Seagulls are following Zalal. I have to follow Zalal. I have followed Zalal from the beginning, by the way. It's not because of the Seagulls. I am an Emmett follower. I'm just thinking he's not going to catch the chicken in the cage. How's that sound?
Yeah,
Like
that's
the
that's
Rocky
another
movie.
great
Catch,
analogy, dude.
catch the chicken and you fucking win the prize. I don't think he's going to catch the chicken. Uh, I'm not saying he's not a great fighter. I think he's the most powerful 145er that I've ever seen walk inside the ring. I
Yep.
think he fucking, but you got to catch me to hit me. I think Zalal has worked that out. He's willing to do this by points. He just needs that name on the resume. Like, he just needs Calvin Cater by decision, Jack Shaw by arm triangle choke, Earns by rear naked, Billy Quarantino by rear naked choke. He just needs. He's on an 8 fight win streak, dude. Like the fuck, you know. Odds wise, I told you I already put 50 on Josh Emmett at $7.50 to finish it. I get 350. Whether Josh Emmett, if he wins, I get 350. I get another half a red panty night. But I have got Zalal being the chicken and Josh Emmett not catching him.
Yeah, no, for sure. Like I said, it's the smart pick. It's what everyone else is doing. I totally get it. I'm a
Yeah.
little biased in my pick, so not a problem there. All right, moving up the card gets very interesting from here. So before we get into
Yes.
these last 3 championship tier fights that make this a very very fucking great pay per view. Thank God. Cheers.
My brother. So far, I'm going to let everyone know. As you introduced me as the long shot master, I have picked 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 long shots already. I've circled them.
Have you built the
So I'll
village?
do.
Have you built the village?
So I'll
Is
do a quick. I'll do a quick recap cap for the gang. Myself, my long shots are Ramiz, Brahmahiz, Yanai Santos, Yu Song Yu Kao, Yu Chinese bloke that's going to knock the dude
kept
out.
calling him fucking young.
Yeah,
Yu Sang Yu.
you got. And oh, sorry, for it. And oh, sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4. I picked 4. Ramiz, Santos, you, and oh, we're about to go to the next one. The next one's the one. Oh, and Munez. Sorry, I picked Munez. So I
Yeah.
picked 4.
It's a
Everyone
long
4 so
shot.
far.
Hey, when you're done, build it out. It's a long shot. It'd be crazy if you got it right. Like I said, and you said at
Yeah.
the beginning, this will be a very hard card to get 100% of the fights right. So, all right, moving into the pre-co-main event, the
The real
honestly one of the best
fight.
fights of the whole card. This is it. This is one of those. Now we expect Ankalaev in his bout with Poatan to path of victory, save, standing control time, all the same things as before. These two are actually going to have a nice little ninja battle. Is actually what we're going to see here. We basically got a man, Khalil Roundtree, who was a big
Oh,
fucking Muay
this is
Thai
going to be
nerd
amazing.
and
This is
very
going to be
big.
amazing.
He found his inner eye and started probably smoking weed and fucking a bunch of hippie women, hiking up in mountains wherever he did all this at. And he got Yuri out playing Ninja Turtles in his yard and going, I like being a ninja. So he goes pondering into the woods and finds this old broken down basketball court, and he starts fucking meditating there and trying to be a ninja turtle and fucking hitting trees and starts punching trees and spinning blocks. And now we're opening up the woods and kicking fucking cinder blocks and being a fucking gangster up in some goddamn mountains,
Trees don't fight back. Bruce Lee said, tree don't fight back. Bag does not punch back. You
Yeah.
can fight all the fucking trees in the world you want, brother. All those fucking trees. I'm not giving you his shit, but whatever. Fight trees. I can go out there tomorrow and do a YouTube video and look real cool, edit it, kick a tree, do a few elbows, and be a ninja master. Right? What the fuck, you wanker? Go and fucking fight. Keep your hands up, Yeri, to start with, right? You fight like a wanker. You're not going to win this fight. I'm fucking taking Cahill. This guy is going to fucking outpoint him. He's going to stay away from distance, Roundtree, and at these odds, this is my big pick, dude. This is it. This is my money pick. Roundtree by points at $5.60.
That's a very good bet.
All day.
But I also respect the knockout from there just because Yuri puts himself out there. He goes side to side, and I think Khalil's so technical that he could actually time and set something up beautifully, like a very big, powerful
the reason
shot.
I'm going to tell you the psychological reason I pick points. All our fans, this is what makes our pod great. Over the fucking time, since Cahill fought fucking Pereira, he got the shit beat out. Interviews, I watch a lot of interviews and I do a lot of research, right? He's always said he never wants to feel like that again. I think you've seen him too. Like, wow. The last fight he won by being smart.
Yes.
He's going to play the rabbit. He even said in this fucking moment and these interviews, I'm not going to get touched anymore. I don't know whether he doesn't want to get touched or I don't know whether he found out a way not to get touched and win. You know what I mean?
I'm going to tell you this. It's no fucking secret. He can have this mental fortitude of, oh, you ain't touching me again. But someone like Yuri and his awkwardness and the angles and his ability to generate strikes even from a falling position and just having an awkward, like almost drunken style counterbalance that just keeps him alive in a dogfight when you are getting scrappy and you all are like kind of tripping and falling around. Yuri is that fucking guy. He's proved it a few times in the UFC, and I'm telling you right now, if Khalil starts at the gas pedal, Yuri could hit a big counter, one-hitter quitter. But we're not used to seeing Khalil being that open guard, offensive, prowling striker. He's very shelled up, and he's keeping that tie guard, and that's where I could see Yuri actually having better success than most because of his ability to still mix it, chop, and it's no secret to the world, Khalil can get hurt to the body. I told everyone in Poetan's fight with Roundtree that you need to go to the body because Poetan already had success early in the fight top shelf, and Khalil kept that guard extra high, but he was extra, sensitive to the body because Poetan started just ripping those powerful hooks to the body, and Khalil got folded at the end of that fight due to the body shot. I think I think Yuri's path to victory here is to still chop and be a bully at range and use that natural genetic gift that you have. Keep it top shelf as well with that jab, but mostly look to chop and work early with those kicks. And then right when you have Khalil kind of in that shell thinking top low, get him to bite on something and just rip him to the fucking body with your awkward style and get him to just open up. Not only to open up, but to then think, oh, open up, check kick, or, blocked his punch. And fucking Yuri just hitting this solid, like, sideways kick or knee or fucking huge hook to the fucking rib cage of Khalil. He'll quit the fight.
Totally disagree. Totally fucking we are now in full engagement, me and you. So Yuri, what the fuck? You got the belt. Glover was winning that fight. You submitted him by fucking fluke. You fucking fuck. Fuck this shit.
I bet that,
Yuri,
by the way. I had Yuri by knockout, and then I was like, dude, that submission prop is 50,000 to 1.
As the greatest fighter in the world, Yuri, you do not look like the greatest fighter in the world, okay? You look like a guy that flies around with your arms down. You're not tight. You can kick a fucking tree and pretend to do ninja katas. I'll do it to you tomorrow. I will kick a tree and do fucking katas, and I can be Yuri too. I'll give myself an ice bath. I can put in this room right now, I'll put samurai swords on there, and I'll have Oh, look, I'm a Yuri, look. I have a George St. Pierre gi. Oh, I'm Yuri. I live the moment. What a load of shit. You can't fight. You stand up, you get knocked out, your defense is fucking bullshit. That's why you attack all the time, because you can't defend. Cahill is going to fucking stop all of that. All right? It is done. I am not in. I am taking the long shot. Fuck you, Yuri. And by the way,
Wait, Roundtree's the
as
long
you
shot?
but I'm being personal here. I didn't like the last round submission on Glover because that was a fucking fluke. That was a fucking fluke how you got that belt, Yuri. That was done. Glover destroyed you for 4 fucking rounds. You fluked that at the end. So I don't fucking care, right? Glover should still have that belt. Yuri, you are done. I am not doing. Go and take your master's degree that you just got, that you put on YouTube, right? Go and stay the number 2 or 3 in the world. Keep your fucking ninja swords in the back. And by the way, after all those years of training, there's one thing you got to know. Keep your fucking hands up, you fucking idiot. So, Cahill Roundtree, all day, by decision, by the way. Motherfucker Yuri. That's my moment.
Oh, God. You went on another fucking witch hunt, dog.
Fuck that shit.
Oh, I love it.
Fuck you, Yuri. I can wave around like that. It looks like an autistic person in front of a pub trying to scare. What the fuck, dude? Roundtree is going to sit there with that tight defense, not worry about all of this shit. Ooh. And he's going to sit tight, and he's going to win this by points. He will do it. It's that simple. I will predict that at $5.60 to 1. I predict that. There is no finish here. Yuri's going to do this, and Roundtree's going to do this. It's that plain and simple. And Roundtree will be here while Yuri is doing this. All over the joint. Yuri's exciting. Do you know why the UFC like him? Not because he can actually fight, because he does this. And he throws in, and once in a while he gets a reverse elbow. Cahill is coming in. He has said to everyone, I'm never getting hurt ever again. Literally twice after Alex Pereira. Now, does that mean he's scared? If he is, whatever. But that guy's coming in not to get hurt. He is not. He said, I'm not going into a war this weekend. He is going to sit back and do this while Yuri does this. You're right. While Yuri does this, Cahill might get that fucking knockout. But I don't see Yuri winning this fight. I see a motivated Cahill. I see someone that come out from Pereira that was so broken but inspired by the loss. You know what I mean? Like, he was so devastated but inspired, and he's come back and he's literally told everyone live, I am not going to get hurt anymore. I don't know what that says to you. That sounds like a point fighter to me, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I've just thrown that out there. At $5.60, that sounds like a point fighter. While this guy's doing this, he's going to do useless at all. He's just going to run around. He's going to be the chicken. You got to catch me. Yuri is not coordinated. He has not got any sort of style. He makes it up on the flow, which is cool. That's mixed martial arts. You make shit up. You can't walk in with a... But he's perceptive to getting hit. We have seen it 1,000 times. Cahill's going to tighten up from this fight. He will do this. It is my biggest bet. This is my Tom Nolan for the week. is my Tom Nolan. I'll leave it as that.
All right. I'm going to move up the card here. We got ourselves the co-main event. First championship bout of the night. One of the first UFC fighters I've ever gotten to shake the hand of, meet, say what's up, get a couple things signed from him, and had a brief moment to interview. Now, this was before UFC 300 and teammate Aljo debuting at featherweight. Was asking how Merab was doing at practice, both to kind of test and see where he was as the machine. Training with a partner like Aljo is a really good reality check of how good am I doing, you know. I think Merab's a good friend, a very humble, very honorable guy. And so it really took someone like Aljo going up to featherweight to really allow Merab to shine. He looks to be promised as one of the better bantamweights of all time on his road with a win over Corey Sandhagen. To me, would put him certainly on his way to be in goated status at the division after another win or two more, especially. So I think Merab is truly the machine. However, although I think Merab does get it done by being tough and winning moments in the fight and control time, I think Sandhagen is going to bust Merab up. I think Merab's gonna have a big fucking Mario nose that just gets fucking popped like a balloon from like a goddamn knee or an elbow that should have put Merab out. But I think Merab genetically can't be knocked out like anytime soon. I think he's evolved over time. He's like hardened like a stone. I think Merab's like part Geo somewhere in there genetically. I think he's of a mountain himself. And so I see Sandhagen slicing and fucking popping Merab, but Merab being bloody and still winning the fight via decision. Sandhagen by finish is more likely than Sandhagen by decision, in my opinion. But yeah, I think Merab gets it done by decision himself. Now, he's improved a lot with his submission game. Aljo ahead of Sugar revealed that, you know, damn, that was my move. Merab is leveling up with his jiu-jitsu. I think he does want to be fun and exciting and get finishes. So I'll let Lethal go ahead and give me your breakdown on this. But I like both fighters a lot, and I am a Sandman fan. So I actually would be happy in both ways. But, yeah, two likable guys that I like and respect a lot. Trying to get it.
Look, there's a few versions of this story, brother. Merab is Merab. His weapon is cardio. So let's talk about your weapon, right? Are you the greatest fighter in the world? No. You're not.
Yeah.
You're not. Dana White just hasn't found a 135er that's just that good. All right? Plain and simple. You're not the greatest fighter in the world because you only have one method to victory. All right? And your weapon is cardio. Now, no one's been able to match that.
I think
okay, let me start
has some gangsters in it, actually, though. So
yeah, but no one's been able to match the cardio. It's the cardio, he drowns it, right? It's cardio's his weapon. Let me finish here. Cardio's his weapon. But no one had a blueprint on cardio. They always thought they're just fighting a wrestler. Finally, people realized, he's fucking fit cunt. He can't fucking fit. This is stop. Corey Sandhagen, during the last few interviews, there's a blueprint now on Merab. It's not, you have to be a genius to see what he's going to do, okay? So what's the blueprint on how to beat Merab? Corey Sandhagen, let's tick this. Do you have more skills as an MMA fighter in the ring, in jiu-jitsu, wrestling, stand-up, karate, kickboxing? Tick yes.
I think Sandhagen's got to use his fucking knees and his elbows and be a motherfucker in the clinch.
Do you not have a black belt in jiu-jitsu like Merab? Tick yes. Corey Sandhagen, are you not taller and lankier than Merab? Should you give you the reach and the distance to throw those knees and elbow? Yes. Corey Sandhagen, why can't you beat this dude? Or why is everyone lost? Because of Merab's fitness. Corey Sandhagen, knowing that Merab is that fit, you have a blueprint now, right? Have you not trained to be as fit as Merab? Yes. There's 5 ticks in my box, right? Merab's got one path to victory, and we all know it. He was the most boring fighter in the world till he started doing good damn YouTube skits. He started becoming funny. His social media picked him up, and then he got what? Don't forget all the decision wins he got before he got a submission and a, you know what I mean, and a knockout. Like, he was pretty much fucking like Habib before Habib started knocking people up. You know what I mean? Like, you were boring.
Yeah.
You're not so boring now. But skill level. Now the odds here are fucking magnificent. Magnificent for Corey Sandhagen. Magnificent. 4-1 just to win. Just to win the fight, you get 4-1. You put $100 on, you get 400. Right? Corey Sandhagen by TKO, $8.50. Corey Sandhagen by points, $7.50. Corey Sandhagen by submission, $26. Merab. The only shitty odd is by points. Merab by points, $1.52. I don't know what to say about this fight, Toad. But I'm gonna end it with this, with right now. I'm taking Sandhagen.
Okay, I like the pick. I'm just kind of convinced in my mind currently that Merab is one of the best bantamweights of all time, and so although I like Sandman a lot, he's not one of the best of all time. So
okay, so Habib had a blueprint, right?
yes,
Every single fighter that lost to Habib saw how he won: clinch, takedown, leg lock, fucking
the
Dagestani,
difference is
fucking wrist
everyone knew
lock.
it was coming and they couldn't stop
They
it.
can't beat it. But Merab's not Habib.
No,
Merab's
but
not
he's
Habib.
also the machine who's earned his own fucking reputation.
It's the cardio. It's the cardio.
It's
My
not just the
stepdaughter.
cardio when you do that against Umar. It's just not cardio. He had better fucking
Actually,
boxing.
cardio's everything.
He had better fucking boxing.
I will debate you on that all day. As an ex-trainer and ex-training people, I'm going to tell you, if you can be the best boxer in the world, if you can't breathe for 60 seconds, you're no use to me.
Yeah.
Cardio first, then skills later. Cardio first,
But everyone
then
acts like
skills
Umar
later.
doesn't have good cardio. He only appeared not to have good cardio because the machine broke him down over 5 rounds.
That's right. Because cardio won. It wasn't skills that won because Merab has no skills except driving people in the ground and having this unbelievable gas tank that is actually
his base
the
is
last
also
person.
so low, so you actually have to like give credit to his ability to come very powerfully both in striking and his wrestling from a very low point, that from a counter striking point. I've seen people sizzle shots by Merab's head because he's just such a fucking little dwarf. You know what I mean?
But again, his counter striking is good because he doesn't get tired.
Yeah.
You could put the best striker in the fucking world. If he has a gas tank of 60 seconds for a 2-minute fight, that straight jab is doing this. Everything's not tight. He has a weapon that no one has in the UFC. And it's not his skills, and it's not definitely his good looks and that big stupid nose of his. You know what? It's his fucking cardio, and it's his ability to be able, while everyone is breaking, he doesn't break. He is not a magnificent, great fighter. He will always be a boring fighter. He got a couple submissions and a TKO, but before then, he was nothing. No one even invested cards in him, dude. Come on. He was nothing. Social media made him great. Corey Sandhagen is an actual fucking martial artist. Now, the only thing you're lacking out of all the boxers is, I don't know, you can have all the skills in the world, Corey. Can you last 25 minutes with the machine? And it's not a nickname, actually. That cunt is a literally fucking machine. Don't be fucking joining, oh, it's a nickname. You're the Sandman. What the fuck's the Sandman? That cunt's the machine. You know what I mean? So that's what he's got to deal with. But I think Corey's got it. The blueprint's there. Hopefully He's worked more on his. It's not even about the jiu-jitsu or the striking anymore. It's all about whether I can fucking be driven into the ground for 15 minutes, get back up, and get. I don't know. It's going to be like, okay, here's my thing. Hamza DDP. What is it? There's two versions of this.
A dom and a bottom. Fucking
Dominant
dudes.
fucking Marab for 25 minutes. Raping him. Raping him in the ass. Or the Sandman with his Sandman techniques,
Listen,
like a ghost in time with the
let's
flying
give
knee.
some respect to your pick here, because the Sandman, I think, is a problem in the clinch, and he uses his elbows and his knees. He understands how to
You
get a
can't
fight
knee it.
done, and
How
he
can
likes
you
to be
knee someone
dangerous.
how can I knee you if I've got you on the ground and I'm raping you in the ass? How are you kneeing me?
Because
How are you kneeing
the
me?
Sandman's fucking guard is pretty good. The Sandman's
Did
guard
you
is
not?
actually a
Did
great
you
thing.
see? Did you not see Marab submit the greatest grappler basically ever in the UFC? I believe is DJ. Like literally fucking. Did you not see that?
I did,
And
but
did you not see DJ just sit back and
you're
go? Did
comparing
you not see
two
DJ just
different
go?
fucking frames, two different levels of size and different like
No,
kind of.
actually, no. I can argue that because DJ won a BJJ tournament and he beat a 260
I'm
pound
not
dude.
saying that. That's what DJ did. I'm talking about Marab and his matchups. He's only fought these really big guys when, ironically, they're a pure striker in most cases. And Sandhagen is not sugar. Sandhagen is a whole different person with Marab's grappling game, and can offer
Look,
moments to still threaten his own knee, his own elbow. And I'm telling you, we might be sitting here in a fight seeing Marab bleed and saying, although he's winning in grappling time and control, I have this opinion that Marab is a tough guy. If you're telling yourself Marab's tough, they might be losing the
all right.
fight. I think Sandhagen
Now,
is he's already said very, very proudly, like, look, if I end up winning this, let's be active. I got nothing going on. I want to fight 3 times a year. Named his seasons and all. Like, Sandhagen is going into this very confident. He's always known he's gonna have a big breakthrough, a big shine, and he knows that, all these strikers that are wiping out against Marab, he doesn't suffer in being just a one-way street. He's won his way up to this dance with his ability to mix it, and it's largely to do with his frame. It's always amazing that Sandhagen makes this weight. You see him in the gym with Gaethje, Usman, and his team, and you're like, how the fuck does this guy achieve hitting bantamweight? It's just unreal. I weighed this shit when I was like in 5th grade. How the fuck does someone the size of Sandhagen hit this fucking weight class? So he
I still look
uses
at it
his
52.
tools in his shed. So it is a tough pick, Lethal. I respect your opinion and belief, because I know you very much would be the Sandhagen of the era, with your size and weight, I guess, right? You're 135, you said, at 6'1". Well, here you go.
Yeah.
You're Sandhagen. So awesome shit.
So
I'm rooting
I'm
for
going to
the
say this.
machine. I'm happy for the Sandman. It's one of those fight where I have love and respect on both sides of this octagon, and I wish both men well. So there you go.
I'm taking this fight as Sandman, and you know what? I'll put $10 on a draw. By
I
the
love
way,
that. I fucking love that. Actually, I'm doing that right now.
because that's 51 to 1. 51 to 1. I put $10 on a draw because it was. And I'm going to say that to everyone out there. Sometimes I can look at a fight and I can look at two possible techniques. Okay. Now I can be personal and go, oh, and I can say, fuck this guy and fuck that guy. But at the end of the day, I actually have studied this, right? And I'm going to tell everyone out there, this is a hard one to pick. Is it the chicken, Sandhagen running around the ring where Marab's trying to fucking catch it? Is it this way? Do not fucking sit back after 5 rounds. Is this fight going to finish? Let's start here. Is this fight, let's start at the basics before we even pick anything. Not even a fighter. Is this fight going to finish, team? What do you think? I say no, it's going to the end. What do you reckon, Toad?
With Merab and Sandhagen, I could respect a decision. It's a lower weight class. You don't typically go out and get finishes all the time, even when you're a sniper, even when you're a pressure fighter. I respect.
So with that being said,
I respect the cardio and toughness of Merab, and I respect the cardio and toughness of Sandhagen and just general. So here you guys, two tough, kind of. They use the gas and the brake pedal in their fights, and so they're ready to go all 25. So I respect the decision here. I have Merab winning the decision though as my official pick.
But it's not bad for a draw, right? Because if we respect the decision, that means we have to respect it's going to be close, right? Unless Sandhagen gets dominated like Chimaev dominated DDP. And I don't see that happening because Chimaev is a different fucking person. That doesn't happen. That's just a different.
I'll tell you what I think real quick, Lethal. I think that Dana really wants the personality and the person and the cool, tough guy that Sandhagen is, but especially as we approach UFC White House. There's an American champion, which you don't have a lot of those.
Can I say this? Does he want Americans at the fucking White House? Because right now, apart from Kayla Harrison, there's no one that really represents America. There's no champions.
You know what There's only one. You know what I could see? I'm going to give you this trajectory real quick. Again, I got Merab winning, so it's a false reality, but a possible one. Sandhagen pulls the upset, gets the job done against Merab, however that is, and then he fights Piotr Yan at the White House, who, there's United States versus Russia. You got championship and a former champion. Wow, that's a very special fight there just from what that looks like with American history. And I think that's what that card is going to try to be symbolic of and represent. So good luck matching up an American champion versus a former Russian champion any other fucking way on the card. I think that's how you make it happen.
So my end pick, brother, is Merab. All right, but I am putting 50 on Sandhagen at $7.75. By the way,
so you're picking Merab, but you're putting money on Sandhagen.
Yeah.
Okay, I like
my
that.
end pick's Merab.
Good. I'm proud of you. Listen, I'm proud of you for not letting the emotional part pick the.
No.
Because I did that. See, I did that with I did that with Emmett. Yeah. So it's like it's tough if you do a bunch of those.
So I have put. So when people watch this show, they sit back and go, "Oh, you guys post all this money you won, right?" But I followed your picks and we didn't win. What I'm going to say to them is, at the end of the day, if you actually watch the whole show and listen to exactly what we're saying, like right now, I'm picking Merab, but I'm putting 50 on Sandhagen at $7.75 for it. You know what I mean?
Did you see my slip with Roten, the guy who got the knockout against Perez? Or sorry, not Perez, but dumb fuck, Andre. So anyways, I took him by submission knockout prop because it was like plus 300 almost. So I parlayed that with a few other things and that hit just fine. So so it's like I respected how that guy could win the battle giraffe. Like he's gonna have some snap and have a shot on the feet is how I thought he'd get the knockout. But yeah, nonetheless, that still hit. So like that's another example for me. I was 11 out of 12 on my picks, but that slip actually ended up cashing me out. So again, you hear me a lot on the show too, Lethal, right? That we can't circle on a bet slip each week, but
No,
I bet distance and I talk distance a lot. So if there was a sheet that I could make that had a distance yes or no tab, and then you circle the fighter, that'd be cool too. Um,
mate. Last week, I text everyone, including your page and all the other, and I told everyone a guaranteed fight. I don't usually do this, right? I never do it because nothing's guaranteed in fucking life. But I told everyone to put their fucking house on Tom Nolan's submission. I had people come back and say, nothing's guaranteed in life. Rah, rah, rah. I'm going to say this. I'm not guaranteeing anything here. Yeah, that's right. But I guarantee that. I knew that was fucking happening. I don't know how, but I knew. And I know this. Marab, I am picking Marab, but I have got a spidey sense here going. There's do you know those feelings you get, all right? Sometimes it's not about the seagulls and the numbers and the stats. Sometimes let's all you guys watching us. Sometimes it's about what's inside. Like, how many times in life, Toad, have you felt something and not gone with it, and it actually came through?
oh, all the fucking
Whether it be
time.
gambling, whether it
Oh
be
yeah.
life, whether it be a girl,
It's
whether it be
like,
a house.
oh, bro, all day. It's all about intuition and like you even
Yes,
believing it. There is a belief that you even believing it and thinking it creates it. So when it
creates it,
happens,
right?
that's why you can be like sitting there in your head drifting through a song that just comes to mind out of nowhere, and then you turn on your car and the radio starts up and that song's playing.
Boom,
You do it
boom.
probably all day with cars. You probably hear a chime or a song that you just kind of just heard on the radio one day, and just boom, there's that song. You know.
Actually, no, I put on a techno playlist, so I get in at 3 in the morning and I jam up fucking. I love.
Dude,
I don't mind a bit of
dude,
fucking
if I
trance
get to like
techno.
one day work remotely and I got nothing going for me, cause like my family life's cooked and shit, I'll straight up come to Australia and do like some IT job remotely or with you, or do something there where I can just chill out at the shop and fucking like run your
Dude,
network and shit, and just listen to you fucking jam out to techno at 3 a.m.
mate, it's literally. I have complaints from the neighbours. I've been there for a year, man. They call the council on me. They call this on me. I've had it
Oh
all day,
fuck, this is
man.
good.
Mate, they put the EPA on me, man. They tried to shut me down because they said I was putting poisons down the drain. I got separated, so I'm all council approved. It's all because of the music.
Oh, that's
And the
fucking good.
reason is, and you know what? Someone did say to me, put on fucking Bluetooth fucking speakers. You know what? I'm 52. I don't want to feel like I've got a hearing aid in my fucking head.
Yeah.
So fuck the Bluetooth speakers. It's my shed. I pay $250,000 a year to fucking run that shed. If I want to turn up at 4 in the morning and put on a bit of fucking Armin van Buren and listen to a bit of fucking techno, I'm all good, Dad. I'm all good. I'm not a dick now. I used to put it really loud, but now now I, okay, in the morning now, do you know what I listen
I'm
to?
listening to you. Sorry, I'm just
Instead
gonna
of
check the weather. I thought I just heard something bang, so it's either a car crash or thunder. Let's see.
I listen to Christopher Cross Sailing. I thought 3 in the morning, that would be a cool thing. Just like
Talk to the stream real
sailing.
quick. I'm gonna take a second. All right, you just keep the shit rolling for me. Appreciate you.
I'm all rolling. So, guys, this is what's happening. Christopher Cross Sailing in the fucking morning. And actually, let's get back to this shit. Marab Corey. Corey, good odds, massive great odds. Marab, machine. What do you do? What do you do with great money, great odds, and then what do you do with a guy that looks and assumes? But don't forget, he's fucking human. Don't be hidden by the machine or the thing. Marab is a human man. All right, he's literally a human man. Who is the better martial artist? All round. Literally. Corey. Who's got the greater height and length? Corey. Who's got the same degrees in jiu-jitsu as Murat? Corey. Who's got better striking? Corey. Why is Corey paying $4 to 1, you're wondering? Like, what the fuck? Why would he be paying $4 just to win? If this guy is so fucking good, if Corey Sandhagen is so good, like I'm just saying, he's so good, he's ticked every tick in the box. Why are the bookmakers saying that a one-trick pony can beat a better martial artist? This is not a question about gambling. This is a moral question. Who is the greater martial artist? Corey. Who's got the better skills? Corey. What's everyone lacking that Marab has? What is it?
But the
We
thing
don't know.
is just kind of chiming in real quick mid sentence from what
Yeah.
you were going on about, and I appreciate you taking a moment to do that. I was catching up on cameras, and I don't know. I thought I heard a big bang. Weather looked great. I didn't check outside. Could be a car crash, but you know, I went
I
through a
thought I'd
quick
give
little. I went through a quick
not a
little.
gambling question, just a hypothetical question. Just a hypothetical question about someone that fully all-rounded, and why is someone that's not as fully all-rounded being so great, and why is someone that's so great not being so great? Like,
So
how's that
I'm
even?
gonna try my best to answer it. You got one guy who, again, from a genetic and from a martial artist standpoint, he's very well diverse. And you got another guy that, although not in size and ranginess, but still very much so in power, but also incredibly stamina and toughness and grit. He's more dominant in his grappling, his wrestling. But can we all agree that sometimes when you're so dominant in a discipline and a skill, yeah, you know what's coming and you have the blueprint, but as much as people meme on Khabib, how many rounds did he lose? How many takedowns did he fail? Khabib knew what he wanted to go out and do and actually fucking did it. The people only got salty because he had a lot more top division guys to prove it against and didn't quite do so. So with that said, Merab has another very impressive hurdle here in which he needs this to for sure say, look, I'm really one of the best of all time in this weight class. He's knocking on that door right now. He needs this one and one more really, really big one. And I think he's on his fucking way.
To me, this is the last person he needs to knock off the list, in my opinion.
Of the
I've
OGs.
always believed in Corey Sandhagen.
Of the OGs.
Corey Sandhagen.
I always thought it was always going to be. Though? You know who I need here? I'll pull up the divisions for you here in just a minute. UFC rankings. Yes. So we got. I think Merab. It's tough. Because you can give him another couple, like, tough names. Somehow I'm, like, really interested to see Figgy, even though he doesn't deserve it and hasn't earned it. But he has, like, very much in flyweight done his thing there. But,
I always wanted a Corey Sandhagen and Sean O'Malley fight.
Yes.
That was my dream
I was calling
fight.
for that fight instead of this one.
Yeah. Do you remember when Dana put out ages ago, maybe a year ago, he put out a fantasy picks, and he put out 5, or UFC did, not Dana, but UFC did, competition. fantasy picks. I always had Tom Aspinall. I did have Tom Aspinall versus John Jones,
Yep,
and
same.
I did have I had Corey Sandhagen versus Sean O'Malley because he was a champion, and at that time I was like that. I think that would be a great stand-up battle. That would be amazing. No submissions. I think actually Corey Sandhagen would go for a submission because he is an all-round fighter. I think he would actually go for a submission because it's not about for Corey Sandhagen. I don't think it's about hey man, I knocked him out. I stood there and I'm fucking tougher. I think it's about I'm a greater martial artist. I can do it this way. I can do it that way, and I think more Marab is wants to stand up with Corey. Do you reckon that's going to work? Let's try this. He said that in an interview. I want to stand up with Corey Sandhagen. Is that going to work? I'm going to ask you right now. Is that going to work for Marab if his whole team have said back to him and said, okay, Marab, you can stand up with a guy that's fucking 1 foot higher and bigger. You could do that. Change everything that you've done. Do you want to stand up with Corey Sandhagen or do you want to put him on the ground like Marab? Is that happening? It's not happening.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna say it can't happen at this weight class. These are bigger scramble fights than a lot of people like think about. You know, at these
Marab's
higher
going to
weight
come in.
classes, the takedown is so much more significant and groundbreaking and impactful because of the power of shots being thrown from there and all the things above. But at this weight class, you get scrappy. It goes to the ground. It goes to the clinch. You know what I
Okay.
mean? There's
If I
reversal of
if I
positions. It shit happens.
if I literally met Marab in a fight in a pub and I didn't know it was Marab and he was this big like a fucking hobbit, right? And I knew how to do flying kicks and fucking flying elbows and I had all that shit. What the fuck? I didn't know you had a special power for
You'd
unlimited
get
cardio.
dunked through that fucking table. Is what would happen with you.
Oh, dude, that's right. And not even that. I might get
He'd
back
pick
up,
you
but
up
I
like
didn't
a
know you could
fucking
dunk.
basketball
And the,
and
and
have a
this is it.
dwarven
Marab would
slam
dunk me
dunk
through the
across the
table.
tavern with you.
And this is the problem. And Marab has a special power. He won't dunk me through the table once. He will put me through the table 23 fucking times, cunt. And that's where I'm going, wow, my flying kicks didn't work. My reverse elbows, my black belt jiu-jitsu, like, that's Marab. Like, how do you work out a guy that fucking keeps on picking you up and dunking you on the table? And you're like, wow, I I can do all of this. Look at my reach. I should be able to hold him like this, but I can't. I just can't because he's a machine. Marab, we've got to move on. Marab, but I've got 50 on that $7.50 Corey Sandhagen TKO or submission, by the way, at
That's a
750.
really good odd. Yeah. I like the machine by points and I like Corey by a finish. It's got to be something powerful, spectacular, a
Thank
choke
you.
that's cinched up, a fucking
Yeah.
knee in the clinch, a big elbow off the side of the head while Marab's laying pressure and wrestling. Marab is going to be tough. Marab is going to be bleeding. And it's all going to come down to how much control time and how many takedowns is Marab getting while accumulating some form of strikes to be winning the fight
How about
versus
this? Corey
how much
Sandhagen.
damage is Corey getting off while being on his back or while being
I'm going to
just kind
call
of pressured and grappled upon. So I think it's going to be a great fight. I love it stylistically for both guys. And yeah, I'm excited for that one a lot. So
Corey Sandhagen, flying knee, finish. Frankie Edgar style.
okay. I like the knee as far as being the one of the key shots that sets it up. Like when I
No,
think of that fight, I
he's
think
gonna
of
he's gonna fly through the air like a gazelle. That's my picture. That's the picture I've got for Corey. I want you to.
I don't know if he wants to do that. I mean, it'd be a great way to mix it up and maybe surprise Marab. But I know Marab Smart knows that that's in his back pocket. I'm worried about
But
Marab
Marab's
even fucking
predictable.
eating it because if Marab eats a fucking Corey
Okay,
Sandhagen flying ice
so
cream sandwich
if
to the mouth, he's tougher
all
than a
right,
fucking bag
so
of bricks. Period.
if I knew you were going to tackle me 23 times, right? You were going to try. I reckon I could get out of 23 of your fucking attempted takedowns, I will get one flying knee into your jaw. I believe that.
Yeah.
It's just that
But
we're
here's the
talking
thing.
odds and math
Here's
now.
the thing
We're
too.
talking odds.
I
We're
might.
talking odds and math. We're talking about a guy that's going to throw 23 takedowns, and we know this is going to happen. And we got a guy that has to throw 23 flying knees.
Lethal. And you also have a guy who, in the very start of a fight, while he was dry, got tapped out effortlessly by the teammate of Marab, who's also at very much right up there as the backpack himself. So, as much as Sandhagen jokes and says, here's the blueprint, what if I make a meme when fucking Marab comes out in first round, submits him, and it ends up being a backpack just like Marab's side by side? That'd be the funniest fucking meme in the world right now, by the way. And it would only like make Marab look like, you know, goated status for real, for real. Like that almost just skipped a fight or two more than what he would
Well,
even need. So
put it this way. If Corey Sandhagen doesn't do it now, he will never get another title shot again. His next fight will be against Sean O'Malley.
yeah,
You got the two, and I'm not going to say this disrespectfully.
and I
You got
love
the
that
two
fight.
losers.
That's what I
You
cheered
got the
on
two losers.
last year.
You got the two losers that lost against Marab, but the two greatest fighters. But you got the two losers, number 2 and 3, and the only losers because you lost against one dude, the same fucking dude. So why not put those two dudes together and have a super? That's a super fight. I'm watching that fight all day. Marab fight's not really exciting me as much because I know what he's going to do. There's a blueprint, and you're right. He's going to say this, but instincts, brother. If you're left-handed, you're left-handed. If you're right-handed, you're fucking right-handed. If you're going to take someone down, you're going to take someone down. That's your instinct. That's what you do. That's how you win. You know what I mean? Carlos Osberg has an instinct. Does he win by running in? No. He sits back and wins by points, and they all have a way. And if you look at all these fights that we went through today, everyone works their way. Veronica Hardy by points. Now, you know what I mean? You just Josh Emmett, Yusuf Zalal, for example, instinct. Yusuf Zalal, points. Josh Emmett, knockout. You know what I mean? All these fighters follow a specific path. Win, lose, or draw. The way they fight is who they are. And what we're seeing here is Marab is not going to go away from its instinct. He can't. He won't. He can't leave it. That's all he knows is to drive people into the fucking ground.
Gotcha, man. You ready to move on to this main event? Fuck it up.
Yep, you can leave. Because I talk so much, I got to go to the toilet now.
No, you're good.
I'll
You're
be
good.
back. Really? I check my dogs.
I love the breakdown. Very convinced in your pick. Very emotional. Very invested, and that's what you need to be when you got any kind of wager or bets. So, Sandman by finish is a fun one. He said he's getting plus 750. Let me just take a look at that myself. I think that is non-parlay worthy because I have so much respect for Marab that I would not even chance winning something so lucky twice. So, yeah. I like Sandman by a straight up bet by finish. I just want to see what it pays out for me. Because Lethal there in fucking Australia, they love to get some really crazy shit early. Yep. Phone's telling me it's time to go to bed, so that's why I just naturally was like, alright, Lethal. Let's fuck up the next one, dog. Let's do it. Sandman by points plus 650, knockout plus 750. Well, that answers that. It's going to be lower. Submission by Sandhagen plus 2,500 is insane. Merab by submission only 950. Well, I hit Merab by submission plus 1,000 on Sugar, so that's funny. But yeah, the finish props are actually very good on this fight all the way around until you get the points by Merab. So again, everyone's fading the idea that it's anything other than Merab getting the submission. So play with the methods, and if you're extra risky, try to guess rounds, but at the very least run combos, because you getting round specific on this fight is extraordinary wizardry, and I commend you if so. Oh, look at you, Pooch. He's a big
Hey,
baby.
look at
Look
the
at
size of
those
him
big
now.
monkey ears.
Watch
You
it,
are a
God.
baby.
Watch it up.
Look at
Hey,
those ears.
fuck, hello, section.
Those are little
Hey.
floppy little kangaroo ears.
So he's since we got him 4 weeks ago, he's been, remember, he was on the first, not that first podcast, but the day we got him, he's been on every one. So I thought we'll bring him in so that
Hell
you can
yeah,
see
main
him from
event
puppy.
time.
People,
So
yeah, so you
he
can
can
see
be
him
our
from puppy.
main event mascot.
Yeah, no, now. Watching section. Look at that God, look at my baby boy. Hey. So, Saxon, what we're at Pereira versus boring old Ankalaev. What are we gonna do? Are we gonna take fucking Charmer? Charmer. Are we gonna take boring old I'm gonna put him on the fence and clinch him? Pick a fight.
Oh, what a fucking baby.
Right, yeah, look at my baby, eh?
What a little
Okay.
lover too. She's loving
I
it.
just,
She's just
I,
so chill with you, letting you do whatever the
yeah,
fuck you want.
mate.
What a
So we've
baby.
been 2 hours, man. I knew I could do it, but hey, I thought I'll just show you. I told you he'd be getting bigger.
Yeah,
Hey,
a lot
in a
bigger,
couple of
dude.
weeks he won't be able to sit on my lap.
I'm
But let
pretty
me go
sure.
chair.
I'm pretty sure that dog breed is native to all the dingoes and kangaroos fucking out there in the
Yeah,
fucking
look at him.
tundra, or not the tundra, but the fucking
Oh.
the outback. Out in the
Yeah.
terrain is what I want to say. I'm fucking.
The old, the
I'm
old
in a whole
dingoes.
nother fucking
They look
atmosphere
like a
right now.
dingo.
Huh?
Yeah, but there you go. So there's the babe. But like, he's all good. So we're on ankle. I call him ankle. Ankalaev versus. You all
Yep,
good, baby?
Poetan.
Good.
I'm gonna start off by saying right now the flock of seagulls is all flying for Ankalaev. And a year ago, you were the biggest idiot if you weren't in the flock of seagulls that says Poetan knocks out everybody. Right now, the flock of seagulls has now said, "Oh, Ankalaev and his wrestling." Right, so Ankalaev the favorite. Ankalaev likely to win via decision. He doesn't really take risk. He wins in control time. It's very safe. Says he wants to make a statement finish. I think he's just doing that to try to get a draw, try to get more money, try to also make the UFC believe that he's this tough finisher and this scary guy. Um, Poetan, when you get
That's a,
personal and he puts a bullseye in your head, he's shown to summon the inner shaman. Yuri Prohaska never ran into this because he never became part of that enemy crossfire. Poetan, in a very peaceful samurai way of his own people, kind of put out Yuri in a beautiful war and was very respectful in doing so. And you could tell in his gaze that there was like, I respect you, but I must do this. Whereas to we've seen with Izzy and Poetan with some of these other guys, especially Jamal Hill is the biggest bullseye. You've now seen Ankalaev paint this war bead across his forehead. Now, Poetan, he wouldn't be itching for this fight back just to cash out and have another cash cow. I think Poetan's star power and his ability to make the money far exceeds what the UFC is even remotely paying this guy. He's doing it for himself, and he knows that in order for him to really have a go at Tom, He wants to be a true champ.
Thank you.
And in order to do that, he's likely going to say, let me get this win and I'll fight Tom, because Tom wants to fight more often and he wants to fight more quickly. And with his upcoming finish against Cyril Gahn, there's plenty of time for Tom and Poatan to set something up, maybe at MSG this November. But we could get that super fight. Now, I've heard a few people say this fight would be on the White House as a super fight. I think the White House
Yeah.
actually keeps it a true red, white, and blue all the way down the card, fighting something else, right? So I think you take the star power of this draw and you make it its own dedicated fight, because Tom Aspinall and Poatan would be one of the greatest super fights of all fucking time.
The only greatest super fight from that, and I'm not even talking about currency, would be Ilya versus Connor at 155.
Yeah. Oh,
That's
100%.
the only other fight. That's the only other fight I could match a Tom and Aspinall. And I'm going to say this:
Volkan Islam
Tom,
won, and then Charles and Ilya was a great one.
Let me say this:
Max and Gaethje
if
was
Cyril,
technically a super fight. That was sick.
by some fluke, Cyril Gahn won, right? Cyril Gahn versus Poatan doesn't interest me.
No, it doesn't interest
Tom
anybody.
Aspinall,
Yeah.
yeah. Cyril Gahn actually doesn't interest anyone.
Yeah.
You're the number two. I'm going to say this from a card perspective, right? Let's transfer the flock of seagulls to what we do best, is collect cards and buy cards. I could buy a one-on-one Cyril for like $700. He's the number two contender in the world.
Yeah. Well, that's just the thing.
Right.
He's only that way because the UFC's made him that way. If you want to talk about holding it down, top of the division, wanting to stay active and not ducking opponents and having the ability to say no and basically only fight for the title for some reason undeservingly, you have to start to like look at the UFC and be like, I don't give a fuck that you put a 2 by his name. He's not the second best heavyweight. And to further this dispute, truly go back and grade Volkov and Gahn, because I had Volkov winning it 2-1. Volkov won the first round and the third round, and Gahn won the second. That was the fight.
When Cyril Gahn came in, I got a whole heap of cards, right? I thought he was the dude. There was a moment with John Jones, and what I saw wasn't John Jones being the greatest fighter in history. Okay? I saw a fucking quick submission to a guy that I felt was a deer in the headlights. If it wasn't John Jones, I believe Cyril Gahn would have appeared better. What John Jones, GSP, there's a few fighters in the world that when you walk in the ring, you're like, oh my God, I'm fighting GSP. Oh my God, I'm fighting. Doesn't matter how cool you are or how tough you think, your brain's telling you, this is GSP. This is John Jones. This is Lyoto Machida.
This is
you know what I mean?
Cannibal.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, these guys fucking are intense. So I think what we saw out of Cyril, the first fight, with the last fight actually, with John Jones, wasn't the true Cyril. But I'm thinking, I'm a Tom Aspinall dude. That guy fucking been bred since he's 4 years old. And he's not a movie star, and he's not drinking wine. Put it that way. He's bred and born to fight. He's 20 odd years old. No one can touch him. That fight will be by a finish. I know we're going off the main event here, but that fight will be finished. It has to be a John Jones, Tom Aspinall at the White House. It has to be England and not Russia, because Trump's fucking mates with fucking Putin. It's got to be England versus America.
John Jones is seeming to think that he's going to be the one to come back and do it. And I'm telling you this, the White House is very likely going to be down the entire single side of the card as red, white, and blue first versus whoever else. And it will be like that.
I'll
And
tell you what I
so
don't want to
if
see.
Tom Aspinall is still
Michael
the champion,
Chandler,
then you can absolutely bet that's his ticket to be a championship versus, USA
mate,
contender. Boom. There you go.
I don't want to see Michael Chandler versus Conor McGregor. I'm out. That Conor would be a dickhead to go and fight Michael Chandler.
Nope.
Who
And
the
that's
fuck?
another one of those. That's another one of those that I could honestly see it happening. I don't think it. And the
Oh, I
weird
would
thing
hate
about
that.
it is I've had this debate with so many people where they're like,
Who
Connor will never
gets the main
fight
event?
unless he's the main event. And I told them,
Oh,
I'm
who
like,
gets it? That's right.
that's true when he was a fighter. Right now, Connor is trying to come out of retirement and fight. So that's a completely different contract. He's got to respect the
Who
current and not the old. Connor should just be happy to be on the main card. Now, I could see Connor being almost like a
Connor's not
co-main
going like
fight
this?
unless
He's
there's
the main
two or
event.
three championship fights. If Sandhagen wins and for instance he is one of these championship bouts, that probably just earned him co-main event just by being a US championship fight, assuming we're not getting 3 unless the BMF belt would be fought too. I could see Trump doing that shit. Trump picking his favorite fight for the BMF and being the one to strap it around somebody. US hopefully in his eyes, right? So anyways, going back to what I'm getting on here. Yeah, it's going to be a red, white, and blue card. So just start thinking, no matter what the
But
matchups and the rankings and
I'm
whatever,
telling
whoever
you,
deserved what,
Chandler,
red, white, blue down one
Chandler and
side.
McGregor. Chandler and McGregor is fucking bullshit. Who wants to see Chandler? We all know he's not the greatest.
The whole world will tune into that one like Tyson and Jake Paul. So it
Actually,
absolutely is
no.
going to get a lot of people to watch it.
And you're right. Connor's not going to take not the main card. So who do you give the main card to? John Jones, Connor,
If John,
Tom,
well, obviously you would go John Jones and
where's
Tom
Kayla
Aspinall
Harrison and
because you
hey,
go up
where's
in weight
Kayla
and
Harrison
rankings
and Amanda
or
Nunes
the
fit in all of
weight.
this as well? That's a big fucking moment. Kayla Nunes return. That's a huge moment. American. Kayla's the only American champion. She has to be on the main card. She has to be.
Yeah. So here's the thing,
Literally.
Lethal. Do you think that they're gonna go all in like they did with UFC 300, or even harder, technically, if you think about all the American
Yes.
championship
Yes.
matchups, and just go, "Yep,
Okay.
this is what we'll do. We'll have a bunch of
You know,
fucking
can I
champion, almost like UFC Olympics,
can
like
I
all
say
the
this?
fucking champions."
Can I say this? When the Roman Empire was failing, the emperor, the Caesar, whoever the Caesar was, what they did was they bought the people with entertainment. All right?
Yep.
The empire over there is failing. This UFC event, everyone knows Dana's Magna. Everyone knows he owes Trump. This is Trump's moment. He's holding a gladiator ring.
Yes.
Okay.
That's always how I
All right.
describe people like to MMA. They're like,
Absolutely.
why are people so
This
fascinated
is
about it? I
right.
said, do you
I'm
remember the
saying,
Roman
and
Empire?
I never
Yeah.
speak. I never speak politics, but unfortunately, this event is political, and I have to say, this is a gladiator moment to please the fans and the crowd, and throw out food and roses to entertain watching people kill each other. All right, this is a moment. I don't know whether this is actually a good moment or a bad moment. I actually have a debate going on in this house saying, I wonder how many fighters actually want to turn up. You reckon Habib and his team will turn up to that card? Do you reckon they're vouching for that? Do you reckon Tom Aspinall has already said he has no interest in it? Do you know why?
Because
There's
he
some
knows that
views going,
he probably says
yes.
that because he knows that the person that maybe best deserves it is an American, and he's just like, ah, fuck you, Jones.
I'm just saying, this is a gladiator meeting. I don't know whether It's going to be stocked. Okay, and let's say you stock it. Stock it with your best American fighters. Kayla Harrison is the top of my list. All right, she's the only one with a belt right now in America that actually has a belt. Apart from that, stock your list. I don't know. I don't know who you're going to put. Who's going to beat Ilya? That's American. Who's going to beat Aspinall? That's American. I don't know what you're going to do here. And he said in his thing, he said it was going to be championship fights. So I don't know. Is it going to be 3 title fights? Who? I know all the American fighters want to go on the card. I haven't seen any overseas fight. Robert Whitaker, Izzy. No one down this end has been asking to get on the White House card. On this part of the world, you know what? It's not really that interesting. We know it's going to be stacked by Yanks, like the Australian card was stacked by Aussies, but we just don't see how there's one American right now that can beat any immigrants, as he would say, or alien. The best fighters in the world aren't in America. They literally aren't.
Yeah,
They're
well,
spread
it's
across the
not
world.
also about taking the very top of every weight class and taking only the top ranks, because
So
you're
what's he
still
going to do?
spreading out other pay-per-views. You're still spreading out other main draws, other main opportunities to
One
travel.
event.
It's quite okay if you're not getting the top 5 of every fucking weight class down the card. Now, I made the joke that, oh, wouldn't it be fucking funny to make the UFC Olympics and basically make every champion of every weight class fight, if not being a champion themselves, defending the championship belt, fight the next
I made a,
top-ranked American. Be like, go, that's you,
I made a,
coach.
I
Get
made
all in there.
I made a prediction to my wife 3 years ago. I said, this is why I invested in this room. I said the UFC will enter, MMA will become an Olympic sport, right? An Olympic sport.
Yeah.
You'll get a gold medal in
Yes.
MMA.
Yes.
But I said that gold medal will not, because Dana is going to promote the belt. The UFC belt is worth more than a gold medal, right? Like Gable Stevenson, gold medal fucking wrestler, wants the UFC belt. So the Olympic gold medal, Dana's promoted the UFC so bad, so good, that the Olympic gold medal is actually nothing compared to having a UFC belt.
Yes.
Is that right?
Yes.
So
That's 100%
once
right.
upon a time, the Olympic medal used to be the pinnacle of sport. Now you're having Olympic medalists going to the UFC to get the pinnacle of sport. The boxing's going to do the same. You have to be the best boxer in the world now when Dana does this, right? Won't be the whatever it's going. If you have the UFC boxing belt, for example, the whatever he calls it, right? You're the best boxer in the world. Like Power Slap. He will control it. There is no more, you are this. You can be the Olympic boxer. By the time he finishes with boxing, you have to have the UFC boxing belt. He's the best promoter in the world. He's great at what he does. That's why we follow it.
Yep.
I mentor myself off him, as in, like, I don't want to be him, but I sit back and go, God damn, you went fucking in and you never stopped. You know what I mean? So I don't know how you're going to do this White House card, dude. I don't know how you're going to pull it off, but McGregor and Chandler is not the fight. And I had Connor, like, it's Connor and Topuria. Connor can't go to 155. It's got to be at 170. Connor JDM. Bam, boom. Connor Islam, even better. That's the fight. Khabib's protege, right? 170.
Mm-hmm.
Connor Islam. Islam beats JDM. White House fight. Down. That's a fight, not Connor Chandler. Honestly, I got cards here. You know what? I got 1 of 10 Chandlers. I'm all good. I believe in stock. I've got Izzy. Izzy hasn't won. Am I getting rid of Izzy cards? No.
I have
Chuck Liddell has.
Izzy. I have an Izzy out of 50 immaculate auto that I'm still waiting for Panini to get signed. I've been waiting for over a year and a half.
How long does it take to get those redemptions back, brother?
That's what I'm saying. Panini no longer has the rights to UFC, and so they shit on the UFC community with signage. I've waited a year and a half. I have to re-sign an
Remember that.
expiration form saying, yes, please still mail this to me at this address. Like,
Remember
it's
that 101
ridiculous.
Bruno Silva.
Islam Makhachev too, out of 99 optograph, or not optograph. Yeah, optograph auto red out of 99 Islam, year and a half for nothing. Sucks.
Wow. So I've got a Bruno Silva 1 of 1 super refractor RC rookie card. I know he's not nothing now, Bruno Silva, you know what I mean, but there's a name.
I
Got it. Yeah. I sent it 6 months ago. No, I got nothing.
Yeah, that sucks.
Like, does it take that long?
With Panini, yes. With Tops, it took me probably 3 or 4 months.
Now this is a Tops one, but people have been saying they've when I've gone on the chat lines, they've been saying that they've been doing redemptions, and redemptions are basically unless it's there, they have to sign it, and if they can't, and they're calling Tops back and saying, if you can't give me this, give me that. Can you actually do that?
I don't know. I haven't ran into that issue with Tops because all the things I've submitted for Tops I get. But with Panini, they do Panini points. They go, well, this, if you want, instead of waiting, because they can't give me a time or ETA, they go, instead of waiting, you can just redeem these autos that are worth this for that many points. And it's all baseball and sports and shit that I don't really have a passion for or collect like that. So I just say, nope, I'm waiting for those 2 autos. So again, Islam Optograph out of 99 and Izzy Immaculate Champions auto out of 50. I don't have autos
So
on
I got
either one of those guys -1 on Izzy. Like, I don't have any Islam Makhachev ink, so it's a very important card for me to have. Plus, it's nationality matching, being red. So I really want that fucking card.
No, cool. Because I was just saying, because like I've got a 10 Curtis Blaze on redemption, waiting 3 months, and a top 25 Chrome.
Really, I got
and
all
I've
my
got
Curtis shit. I got like 3 Curtis cards redeemed actually.
Yeah. You know what? We've got to get onto this fight because I know we love shooting shit.
I kind of yeah. Let's go.
I know where I'm going with it. Look,
I've
let's
already
get onto
predicted
this
to
fight.
myself, but yeah, I guess I haven't shared it with you.
I've already got it. Okay, let's not talk shit. Throw me a prediction without going through any fucking jib jab. Who's going to win? Ankalaev or Pereira? No jib jab, no strategy. I'm going to throw you mine. Pereira by knockout or points.
Okay, yeah. I am also going Poetan.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going Poetan. It's an emotional pick, but it's because, like I said, he put a bullseye on Ankh, and he's no longer as distracted with all the things that came with becoming a champ because he was shown up. And Poetan's very natural competitor, but he's also pretty good with adapting and things. So Izzy surprised Poetan and adapted and played a little game of possum. But man, Poetan normally he levels up off these encounters, these fights where he's going to take something away that really shut him down or he really struggled with, and he'll come back and be a gamer on that same thing. So I think Ankalaev wins the fight. Deep down in my heart, I want Poetan, but the reason why Ankalaev is such a heavy pick this time around is because you don't quickly counter wrestling. You don't quickly counter grappling. This is a discipline. This is a martial art that is taught at a young age and mastered over decades. And so it's great that
I,
Poetan has a team like a coach like Glover and Teixeira and so forth, but that's not going to catch him up to Ankh. So the reason why Ankh likely gets it done is because of this, but I swear Poetan has moments to break away, chop to the legs, work to the body, and just find a way to make the long game very uncomfortable for Ankalaev, and Poetan can really start opening up and raining. Man, would it be beautiful to see Ankalaev get finished. Not this time due to a quick tap, but actually see Ankalaev, the giant, the fucking boogeyman, just fall. That'd be such a moment for Poetan being actually the true boogeyman. I'm just saying, like, the persona of Ankalaev was, oh, he's this big Russian killer. No, Poetan's actually the
think.
killer at 205. So, what do you got for me, Lethal? That's my prediction as well. What round do you
All
have
right.
Poetan knocking
So
out?
while we were talking about boring um, Edmund Shabazian back then, I was thinking of ahead, right? And this is the fight. This is what we paid the money for, the pay-per-views for. We went through all the bullshit to
Yep.
get here. So we're fucking here. So I'm going to keep this short. In that moment, I'm going to show this. This is crazy. Now, this is not my picks, but I'm going to show you what I did do. In that moment, while we were talking about Edmund and that, I did this.
Oh, yeah? What's the slip? Read it to me. I can't see it. It's too small.
So it says, Khalil Hill Roundtree by TKO points. And you've got to let me finish when I finish this, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Alex Pereira by submission. Okay? All right. Now I'm going to throw this in. Now this is, I only put $10 on it, and I'm going to show everyone now. It's only $10. It
It's
gives
almost like
me
he's telling a UFO
nine.
story. Listen, I've been abducted, but you
It gives
gotta
me
let me tell you
900.
how I got abducted.
Okay, so this you got to listen to the method of the madness, right? You can't just
Sure.
go, oh God, why did you do that, right? There's got to be a method to my madness. I don't just sit here and go on YouTube with you and spend all this time just to throw fucking shit at you. I have a method to Matt. So this is a stupid pick. I haven't given you my picks yet, but let me explain this pick. Obviously, I explained Khalil Roundtree by Roundtree knockout or point. So I'm done. At $2.75, I'm good. Now, Alex Pereira by submission. This interested me at $35 to 1. 35 to 1. Now,
Yeah.
I don't know why everyone, unless you're true fans, his coach is Glover Teixeira. Okay?
Yep.
I'm just throwing this out there. This is my method to my madness, okay? His coach is Glover Teixeira. Now, anyone that doesn't follow or does follow, Glover Teixeira is one of the greatest MMA jiu-jitsu artists out there, okay? The only reason he lost his belt was because fucking goddamn Yuri. Or was that Jamal Hill.
Yeah.
He lost by submission. I'm pretty sure it was Yuri. Anyway,
Jamal
all
Hill
I'm saying,
beat Glover via decision. Yuri did
yeah,
get a 5th round last like seconds of the fight submission against a very bloody and
yeah,
battered Glover in a
yeah,
nice little
yeah.
scramble. I had
So,
50 to fucking 1, 50 to 1
yeah, yeah. So all I'm
Yuri
throwing here,
submission.
right? All I'm throwing here, because I remember that day, the Yuri submission.
Yep.
Glover won 4 rounds of that fucking fight. I was cashing in. I was having red panty night because my parlays were coming through.
Yes.
Now, all I'm going to throw here is a bit of method to madness, okay? Pereira knows exactly. There's a blueprint of Ankalaev. Pereira knows he had a bad day on the feet. Pereira knows he's not going to have a bad day on the feet. Okay?
Can I just say something real quick? The fight
Real
not to
quick.
go to the judges is only negative 140. So $50 will pay you 35, and $100 will pay you 70.
No,
Like that's very
that's
good.
why I'm not. That's why I went this stupid $10 bet. $10, only $10. Everyone would go, and I'm going, okay, Glover down, fucking Ankalaev, fucking everyone knows, fucking Pereira had a bad day. If it's true or not, he's coming back. Ankalaev cannot stand up to the K1 three-time world kickboxing champion at all, because that's his skill. He's a master at that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, he just can't. It's literally, you just can't, okay? The only way you're going to win this fight, if it was a kickboxing fight, Pereira wins all day. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
So,
I just put just a quick easy 50. I'm probably gonna parlay that in addition. That Ankh and Potan fight ends by a finish over 25 minutes.
yeah.
They were hurting each
So
other.
I'm just going to go, okay.
Yeah.
And then I'm sort of going, okay, Pereira sits back and Ant comes in. Do you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I'm actually seeing here in my head? I'm seeing a stand-up rear naked choke.
Almost
As he
like
comes into
off
the...
to the side, like catching during like a weird striking
Yeah,
exchange and
I'm
grappling, kind of
here,
like acting
and
like
I've got you here.
the Shavkat submission against Jeff
Yes,
Neal.
yes. The height.
Big tall.
I'm telling you.
I'd see that
I'm
coming
not,
from Ankalaev a lot more than I'd see it coming from Poatan,
yeah.
though.
So if everyone's sitting back looking at me going, you're a fucking idiot, am I an idiot? I'm just saying, am I an idiot for wasting $10
No.
at a 35-1 bet for someone that is taller, stronger, that is trained by Glover Teixeira, right? Right, that has been doing it not for 1 year, it's now been for 4 years now. He's been doing jiu-jitsu. He knows what he's walking into. He knows Ankalaev is going to clinch him on the fence because he can't stand up with the K1 brilliant kickboxing and awkwardness, because Pereira is awkward, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what are you going to do? I can see this now, and I can see that. So with that being said, I only put $10 on that bet, okay? Now, who's going to win this fight?
If that's your sprinkle, tell me what your confident bet is. I've told you mine. I want to know what you're confident in.
Okay, so my confident bet, I put 10 on that bet for 970, right? That's the Khalil Roundtree and submission. So my confident bet, I will put $50 on okay, I got Ankalaev TKO $3.90.
I don't like that.
Ankalaev, I got Ankalaev points $2.45.
Sorry, what's his Ankalaev by finish at all? Honoring the submission.
Honoring the submission, so
yes.
That's called a double chance.
I'd hope that'd be at least
$3 to 1, $3 on the dot, 3-1.
So you'd
TKO
rather take Ankh by a knockout at plus 390 versus a submission and knockout?
No, I'd rather take Ankh by the double chance, which I just pulled up. It's actually 3-1 TKO or submission. At $3 to 1, Ankalaev will finish this fight. Either way, you put $100 on, you get $300.
Yeah.
So what do you reckon? I reckon that's a good prop.
Yeah, so again, I know Poatan's a fade, right? So I'm not sitting here saying with confidence like, oh yeah, man, Poatan goes out there and absolutely gets it done in spectacular fashion. No. I think you're gonna see Ankalaev winning the fight until he eats something that he just shouldn't have tried eating.
Okay, how's this for odds? Poatan just to win is 3-1.
Yeah, I know. He's a great dog.
Yeah, so like, I don't know. Where are you gonna go? Like, okay.
I told you already. I'm going Poatan, but I'm trying to say that it's a very it's a big dog. You don't just learn wrestling. You don't just learn to counter that. It's a very long road discipline that I don't think that more times than not this fight's simulated that Poatan wins. However, I think that
All right.
Poatan absolutely keeps tabs and is meaning to come out and will try to find a moment to hurt Ankh. So I'm going to see Ankh winning the fight until he doesn't, and I see Poatan hurting Ankh. That then sets up a
Okay.
TKO.
That's our last fight. Let's start at the beginning. Do you reckon this fight's going to finish or
Yes.
not finish?
Finish.
It's going to finish? Who do you think's going to finish it?
I think Poatan gets it done in a third round. It's a really random round for me. It's kind of in between. Poatan finding something, reading something, making adjustments, setting something up, making reads, and then finding a big, powerful opportunity in round 3 to finish the fight.
So rounds 2 or 3 is $8.25.
Yeah, but
Rounds.
Here's my thing, Lethal. If you have to pick one round, what would it be? I could do combos all day and be way safer and comfortable, but what's your prediction to a T? Because yes, I would take Poatan rounds probably 1, 2, and 3 combo.
I'm not going to look at all of my shit that's around me, right? I'm going to look at you. This fight, Ankalaev by points.
It's safe. It's already happened. You know what I mean?
see this fight finishing. I do not see it. I'm going to say this. When I saw this matchup, did it interest me? No. The only reason I bought the pay-per-view for this matchup, Charmer interests me. Does Ankalaev interest me? No. I know how this is going to go. If I'm going to tell you the truth, Ankalaev is going to hold him. He's going to fucking keep that fucking range. He doesn't want the K1 kickboxer fucking feeling free. I can see this happening for 5 rounds, brother. So if I'm going to be honest, Ankalaev by a boring fight by points. Okay, I don't see Poatan, like you said, how can he fix something that you're dominated in? If you are standing around and kicking the shit out of my legs and my arms, I will just tackle you and put you on the ground. There's a simple saying. You can't hit me if you're on the ground.
Yep.
How's that? Yeah? It's that plain and simple.
I know
You've
that's
seen
why
it
that's why I'm not saying like that's the long shot at all. The world has decided Ankalaev is the favorite in this fight. The bookies have decided Ankalaev is the favorite in this fight. So what you're feeling and believing in is part of this conversation because this fight has already ensued and Ankalaev won by decision. So it's a rather safe bet. No one can dispute that. But each fighter is coming into this, at least through the media, believing that this is going to be either a big comeback or a big statement.
From a gambler, I have a nickname in this house. They call me Gambler from Homer Simpson's episode. Remember when Homer Simpson went through that gambling thing with Marge and he called Marge Gambler. You are Gambler. So that's my nickname in this house. Only for fighting, because I only gamble on Sunday. I do not gamble. Like I said to you privately, Toad. I'm not a gambler. I do not gamble. I gamble on my life. I gamble on my business. I gamble the decisions I made. And then I gamble on the UFC on Sunday. Right? That's it. I don't do horses, lotto, bullshit. But what I will gamble on, my safe bet, is obviously Ankalaev. Because that's what the flock of seagulls are going, bro. But you reckon I'm not stupid enough to put a TKO on fucking Alex Pereira at $8? You reckon I'm not that dumb? You reckon I'm not going to... I already put one on the submission. I already did that. I already paid $10 for it. That was a true account. That was something I paid for. Because I sort of sit back going, I don't know. I'm looking at a Yuri Prosiska moment. You know, round 5.
Yep.
Down. Don't forget, I keep on saying this. He has been training with Glover Teixeira. Glover Teixeira basically is a jiu-jitsu professional. Yes, everyone would agree with that. He's not a stand-up boxer. That's what he does. That's the camp.
But that's
I
who
have a
Glover is.
feeling.
That's not who Poetan is. And this isn't something you just pick
I
up like a
know.
sponge. So the whole
I don't know, but
conversation is
Potan
like,
went
do
there for a
we,
reason.
yeah.
Potan did not go to Glover Teixeira's gym to learn kickboxing.
Oh, 100%.
Okay, to get it. No, he went there to learn how do I, in case. He went there for the break in the box, the emergency moment.
Yes.
Kickboxing's all good, right? I need you to teach me if I'm here, how do I get out of there and go back to here? That's what Glover's there for. So Glover's there for the scrambling, for the clinching, which you saw against Ankalaev. It didn't work out the best the first time. But that's what he's there for. Don't be surprised if that knowledge over the last fight from this fight passes on. Don't be surprised for that choke. I'm not talking a Kimura. I'm not talking a leg lock.
Yep.
You know what? I'm talking something simple and effective that Glover has taught him that, hey, when this guy does this, you can just do that. You can literally just, because you're bigger and stronger and you're taller, and I don't know why you can't just hold his neck and just hold him. You know, you can literally do that. And he's going, really? Wow. I thought I just had to kick the shit out of people. No, 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 no. You can do that.
Yeah,
You
no,
know what
like,
I mean? I'm sort of.
at the end of the day, like, Poetan, it's not like he just is just this knockout artist. Like, he very quickly engaged the MMA world, and he went through it kind of quickly. Then he got the easy pass at the UFC. Poetan
Dude,
continued to accelerate and only gain further momentum when
I,
in
I,
reality,
I disagree. I disagree. I believe Poetan got an easy fight. Then he got. This was built up, man. Poetan just didn't come on the scene. Izzy and that. They were UFC was building this shit up. They needed Poetan to fucking do some cool shit for the 2 or 3 fights so
but
you
it
could
didn't
fight
matter though.
Izzy.
Izzy literally was the
And he
only
beat
reason that
Izzy.
fight happened, or else Poetan could
That's
have
right.
actually
But
lost
he
to
beat Izzy.
somebody.
Poetan made his money not off what he did. He made his money off Izzy. Izzy was the man.
Yes.
And I'm an Izzy, and I'm going to say this. Fuck that shit. Izzy was the man, not Poetan. Izzy had
He
fucking
definitely got fucked
twice
out
his
of one of those fights. Kind of like Max and Volk. He
mate.
definitely got fucked out of one of those
Sean
fights.
Strickland fucked his head. He didn't know what to do with a crazy American that was just
Well,
not point fighting. Again, city kickboxing.
that's
If
not.
any
Listen,
city,
it
that's
wasn't the
right.
point fighting that fucked Izzy. It was the psychological war that Izzy
Yes,
lost at the fucking presser.
it fucked him. It fucked him. It
Sean Strickland
literally
and
did.
MMA Guru did this whole dog fucker segment, and
Yeah.
it completely mind fucked Izzy and took him out of his calm world.
Right. But before that, I remember the odds every time Izzy went to fight. $16, $24, $15, points, decision. There was nothing cool about Izzy. It was just a dude. It was just part of my parlay. He's going to win. It's it. I'm not going to make money off him. He's just part of the rest of the parlay when I have the other long shots on there. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
he's just part of it. Strickland fucked him. I can't wait till he comes back. I thought he was going to be, and then he got knocked out. And something happened along the way. Izzy's asking for the Strickland fight back. Do you know why? Not because he wants it back. He needs that moment back so he can go back and kick ass.
He needs that clarity for his mind,
He needs,
confidence.
yes, thank
Confidence.
you.
Yeah.
And it's not fighting Imanov, and it's not fighting anyone else. His
And you want to
clarity
know what else it
is
is, Lethal? It's Izzy also knowing that that's also one of the safest fights he could make that doesn't risk as likely getting finished. Whereas the
Why do you think
Calibrahalio and
doesn't
all
want it?
these other
Why do you
middleweights that he
think
could be
Strickland
fighting,
doesn't want this fight?
huh?
Why do you think Strickland doesn't want this fight?
Because he
Is
already
his
had the
asked for it?
best. He already had the best
That's right,
masterclass performance against Izzy. Showed up, did it.
mate.
He has nothing to gain further from that fight, and he also doesn't want to risk
Absolutely.
tarnishing
And
his
Izzy
master
wants
performance
it back,
against one of the best middleweights ever. So that's an obvious
mate.
answer.
And that's Sean Strickland's fucking magic. That people think Sean Strickland's an idiot. They think he's a dumbass redneck.
Yeah,
If you actually listen to what he says, some of his
it's
political
it's
views are
it's some of
correct.
it's like a
You
persona.
know,
You know what I mean?
yes,
Strickland
he's not.
actually deep
He
down
knows. Sean
gives like his
Strickland
shirt off
knows,
his back and is a standout guy, but in front of the
mate.
camera, he's
Sean,
a more radical right wing
Sean
fucking
Strickland knows
hillbilly,
he,
white
he
trash.
got the greatest middleweight on a bad day. Out of 10 fights, Sean Strickland loses 9. All right. You got it on a bad, you got him on it. And you know what? It was all in your favor. You flew to Australia. Izzy had the big mouth, as he usually does. Everything fell into it. When I tell you what, do you know what? I'm going to say this. I've watched many sports. I cried when I watched Sean Strickland beat Izzy. I've never seen something more. I lost money that day, by the way.
You cried?
Because obviously I back
I was
Izzy, right?
fucking.
Oh,
I was going crazy. I was going crazy in the living room with my brother.
I cried.
I felt
I
bad for
literally
Izzy.
sat back. No, I
Yeah.
cried because I'd never seen a Rocky moment. Not a
Yeah.
movie. I consider what Sean Strickland did that day in Australia to Izzy, the big mouth, black fucking millionaire, fucking with the rings and the fucking painted nails. I saw a redneck come over here and just fucking
I liked how cool Strickland
masterclass,
was in Australia, and just
mate.
basically the way
Hey,
he
look,
worked the
hey,
crowd.
we have, you know what we have in Australia? We
Just
have
real quick, Lethal, before I lose the trains
Australia's
of
run
thought.
by Australian media is run by Republicans. Australian, like Fox News, but Australians, we love Sean Strickland. We love him. We love his attitude. We love, because you listen to me talk. That's how we talk. We talk like Sean Strickland over here, brother.
Yeah.
We say cunt. We say fuck. We say, hey, you black dude, what are you doing here? Oh my God, you can't say black. We say shit like that.
But I'm trying to
We're
say some
allowed
of it's
to.
obviously a persona, and that's what Strickland does. He's funny, he's
No,
humorous, he plays into the crowd.
no.
That's why
It's the
he's,
greatest moment,
Deshaun. You don't get that without
mate.
having
One of
some
the
kind of
greatest moments in
personality.
sporting,
Um,
my greatest moment in sporting history
just
was
for
watching
one,
Sean Strickland get that belt.
yeah. Shoot, I fucking lost my trains of thought. Hold on a minute.
Sean Strickland getting the belt.
No, I had a comment. Like I was trying to just say like something not to. Oh, forget. Um. Here, finally, people forget that Sean Strickland did that to Izzy in Australia, right? Like you saw the UFC Perth, those city kickboxing guys show up. The crowd is going absolutely fucking crazy for them. They feel so confident. They're going out. They're getting this and that much love. They're tapping in during the ceremonies. Strickland showed up and was kicking his feet up on the table in front of Izzy, and Izzy couldn't do shit about it because of what he took the microphone and had said. And it gave a lot of spotlight to MMA Guru being this troll that he is, but also he says what it is sometimes, man. He'll take a video, give a reaction. He'll see some proof about some failed PED test. He'll mention it. And in this one, he calls out Izzy's fucking diddling his goddamn dog, which was recorded
Brother,
on video, grabbing his dog's dick or some dumb shit. So there you go.
I've said not during all our time together, I've gone on from Nunes and Pfeiffer. I'm telling you what, there's levels to this game. I don't know who you think you are, MMA Guru, but I used to be a fan. I've unfollowed him. I don't think.
Oh,
Are
he's
you a
fucking
fighter?
hilarious, dude. I watch all of his shit.
No, no, I don't. But I just, what I am thinking though, like, I actually have done this, and so have you. We have experience of this field. A guy with a fat guy with a beanie sitting on criticizing starts to bother me.
These
I
fat
enjoy the
fucking dudes with
content.
hats, dude.
Yeah, I just don't. I'm not. I'm done with him. Basically, I
Uh,
followed everyone else. Um, if I want to be a dick, you know what? I'll go on tomorrow morning and I'll be a fucking. And I can be a dick. Let me go on. Cut all my dick moments, and I can be an MMA guru. If that's how you want to fucking be, that's who you are. But what I don't respect about that person is you got nothing. You got no martial arts experience. You
he
got no
does.
fucking nothing.
He's
What?
actually got taekwondo and did like okay in his own region. He
Oh
himself
yeah.
is a big
Okay.
guy too. So people forget,
Yeah,
man.
so being big and being big mouth and fat and sitting back with a black belt. How many people in the world? There's 8 billion people. I got a black belt. Like how many people? Like, I haven't used it. I haven't done it, but like, I just don't like it. I
He did
like
it.
what
I
we
think he
do.
said he did it because his brother did it, and they kind of like helped each other train. And I guess even though Guru didn't really like have the interest to pursue it, he
Mate,
ended up being like
I
okay at it.
I thought I thought the Rose Namajunas thing, which I've never done from that day, right, was fucking rude. My fucking family told me that. I could see you feeling uncomfortable with that as I was saying it, because I know
Yeah,
I could
kind
see
of
it.
giving you the
What do you
like, all right, dude, like
mean? No,
time to
right.
move on.
Stop.
Uh,
That guy, imagine me coming on every time that you meet me, every fucking Thursday, and you're like, oh my God. I don't go off on everyone. Today, who did I fuck around? I fucked around Joe Pfeiffer today. Sorry. Joe Pfeiffer was but I didn't go that deep. I didn't go as deep as I did with Rose. You know what I mean? There's levels to what we have to say, brother.
yeah,
There's opinions and you know what my own family has said, you can do your pod. But when my own family sit back and say to me, that was fucking too far, right? And we know who you are, I accept that. MMA Guru doesn't accept. I will accept that. You know what I mean? There's levels to this game, brother.
uh,
You know?
it's just a generational thing, lethal. Like, there you gotta understand, like, you can go through the internet and read people being far more toxic than Guru. It doesn't. Not everyone in the shit they say and the things they do have the same spotlight that he's developed, and it's only been because of the fact that
All right. So
UFC
tomorrow,
analysts, UFC analysts, UFC journalists, and a lot of the scene had been pretty dull. Meanwhile, UFC itself, as a
okay.
combat sport, as a sport, grew to be quite popular. So he was
So
kind of the
how's this
fresh air
tone?
to make jokes, be an asshole. That's his persona, and that's what
Okay.
makes him the
So how's
guru.
this
So
tone? Would you feel comfortable tomorrow? Me and you, tomorrow, we'll do a 30-minute fucking pod and we will bag every fucking fighter, right? We will go down to the stream. We will go personal. We will fucking destroy them fucking fully, right? Everyone. What for? What, to get numbers? I'm not here to get numbers. I'm here to be authentic.
lethal, I know, and I'm telling you that's okay. That's who you are. That's who I am. That's who we are. I'm just telling you. Welcome to the internet. Don't get offended by everything that's on here and what you watch and see, because sadly somewhere there's always a tab open with far worse. So just, I don't get
It's
why people get
disgusting,
so
no.
fixated on Guru when in reality he's actually bringing a lot of people to the sport.
Mate,
Just like how fighters
I,
have personas and personalities, people watch Guru just so that
I,
he can make fun of
I,
shit. They're still watching the same UFC
I,
content, making these fighters more money, whether people want to accept it or
if
not.
I was if I was allowed, if I thought if I thought I could speak my mind like MMA Guru dude, you see me do posts. You saw me about the Robert Whittaker post, telling everyone to fuck off and call them cunts, right?
Yeah.
Because they're bagging a dude, right? You saw that. If I'm happy to do that, I'm happy to have a free speech because I have a lot of things to say about a lot of things. For example, I'll say this now. Someone put up a fucking card today on Instagram. I don't know who it was. A 101 Tatiana Suarez and a 105, right? And it
Nice.
said, wow. Now listen to this. Wow, what a great win she had the last week. That fight fucking put me to sleep, right? What I'm saying is, if I could express exactly what I'm saying now and go, oh, bro, fuck Tatiana Suarez, man. You might as well burn those cards. Like, who the fuck? Like, I wish I could say that shit, but I can't. We can't. We have followers. We have people like, I'm going to say, at Neil Magny, at Macy Barber, like you're fucking, like, you've taught me that day from the Rose Namajunas thing. And not that you taught me or told me off or did anything. My family taught me. Everyone taught me, said, hey, you can think this, but you got to shut this. You're live. You know what I mean? There's shit that you can't say, dude. And if your fucking profile is going to be on bagging the shit out of everyone, I can be MMA Guru all day.
And that's why it's a persona, because someone is doing something in an act. Some people, their wit is to be bashful humor, to make jabs. Their circle of friends did it to them. They did it to their friends. They've been trained. They've been skilled in doing a type of comedy their whole life, and
I
they
like
apply
how we
this skill set along with their interest for MMA. Now, MMA Guru actually does have good takes. He doesn't just talk shit. He actually can break down a fight, be pretty descriptive, give pros and cons, but always kind of be that comic relief when you got a butch fighting a girl that looks like a Barbie, and just random humorous things that you knew Guru himself, the persona, will cut into and make fun of this and make fun of that.
Then I could have made fun of fucking 50 people today, dude.
Dude,
And I
his
was so
work,
being so cool.
Guru's
I
work
was so cool.
Guru's work in holding the UFC, Dana White, John Jones, fucking Rampage Jackson as of recent, and all these people accountable is goated. MMA Guru will go back, whether people are feeding him the information or he's actually finding it himself. He always composes some pretty good fuck you, you stupid motherfucker kind of matter-of-fact video. He's not nice
What I
about
do
it,
like,
and it will typically have a negative reaction for the person, but generally he's like in the justice of the UFC people and what we think but maybe don't say, or is so fucking
I
sick of
like
this
how,
favoritism bullshit. Like, I
no,
don't know, I kind of get behind that kind of humor because yeah, he
okay,
does raise a
so
good point. It's
can
good
we
to
do a
hold the
segment
UFC to
then?
the standard. They can't be the standard. It's good to like to be vocal and give the standard when the
Okay,
UFC is being
I
fuckheads.
love that. That means can we do a segment where we could just be MMA Guru? We'll call it at MMA Guru because
You just, that's all you, brother.
I would
You got your own phone
love
and
to be
your own
able to speak my
computer.
mind. I would love to be able to speak my mind, literally, without being polite. And I would love to see if this is all about views and if I have to insult people, wow. But I don't think that's the way to go about it. I don't think it's the right fucking way. I think this is all about mixed martial arts and that. And I think what he's doing, and I like it, but now I'm stopped liking it. I think what we're doing, we can insult people, but every day's an insult.
Yeah.
Every day. You're building your whole career about, do you know what you're going to have at the end? No one. No one. All you're
Well,
going to do is sit on your little
I
room
will
and
say
insult people
this.
all
I will
day.
say this because this links more to me than you. And it's something that he and I actually probably share in common. when I went through high school, graduated, and all my friends moved on to go to college or work good jobs that their rich families helped them basically land. Um, I didn't feel like I had many people to talk to and things to do. So rather than having it be MMA, I would fire up a random stream on Twitch and just record me hanging out like this, talking to you, playing a game. And some of those people would come through, ended up being friends for life. Playing different games together, hanging out in Discords, chilling. Met some of these people at conventions, different, commonalities, sure. But shit, before I knew it, I had like a little community. I had a brief sponsorship with Steel Series, which is a company that gave me all kinds of equipment like this, but way back when, and actually helped me survive on a shitty job. Basically, be the breadwinner, take care of an entire house that I had just gotten, and kind of get to enjoy life a little bit. Not even making a ton of money from the job, just hustling that, some flour, and my little Twitch gig. I was living a pretty happy little world to myself mostly, but I was getting through, and it was like the mentality of like, well, I could sit here and say this all to myself, or I could venture out and try to find other people, hear the opposition, share the memories, and make something of it. I give the guy props for that because he set out to do it. Literally thousands of videos, started off with nobody, but eventually people started coming around. And well, his videos now versus to where they were back then are just different, right? Um, he's had millions and millions and millions of fucking views. He's not getting just one comment or like or a simple follow by a random fighter. He's talking to them. He's meeting them. He's flying out, training with them. Like Guru is legit goaded
Oh,
as
that's
one of
all
the
cool.
people in the
You know
space,
what?
and people
You
can
know what,
hate.
Toad?
People
Toad,
can hate all they
brother,
want, but he wouldn't
Toad.
keep getting these opportunities unless he did a good job
No,
at it. So
I have to stop you there. I have to stop you right there. This is not an opportunity. If you have the money, you'd be going out fighting. You said you wouldn't like to do this full time. If I gave you $1 million and sat back and said, Toad, build our channel, go and fly out to everyone and go, you'll be all good. People get chances, right?
yeah,
There's 6 degrees of separation here, dude. This is not luck. This is not, oh, he did it hard. Sometimes you meet someone, sometimes you don't. If I gave you $1 million right fucking now and said, retire and your only job, Toad, is to build Lethal Toad MMA to the greatest sport fucking channel ever, all on your own, you can do that.
not all
Money
on your
makes
own. I could
everything.
devote and
I,
probably
I,
become like a pretty good like
mate,
content
when
creator
you're
and
telling me
editor
about
and
guys that
practice those skills
fly
and
out here,
yeah.
dude, I could fly out tomorrow and see the Volk if I had the money. I could go down to the New South Wales and go to his training gym and do an
I'll tell you
interview. I
this.
could.
The only way that I would be able to do that all on my own is if I took time to become like a fucking
That's right.
an
But what I'm saying is,
AI,
these
like
people,
a basically an AI generator slash like some type of
my brother. What I'm saying is, these
visual
people have
creator.
the time. They have the time.
Sure.
What we're watching is we're watching people that are, oh, magically, mate, they already had money, all right? We don't. We don't. We're building this up from fucking scratch.
You know,
And this is what makes
my
this fucking
life, right?
remarkable. Because everything that we're going to do, I'm not going to pay a fighter to come on here. I'm not going to pay $1. If you told me, give me $1,000 to get, I'm not paying for it. Okay, I'm not, because we're going to build this through here. And if the fighters want to come on and be on this channel, this is my true belief, Toad. They will. But
Yeah.
I don't want that. This has to be as authentic as how you started MMA, Toad. Lethal Toad didn't start with me. I started at Lethal Hand Collectibles.
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't know what I was going to do. You started as MMA Toad. Lethal Toad has to be authentic. We're not buying anyone. We're not doing anything. If you have a 6 degree of separation like Neil Magny or me, Tom Nolan, we'll fucking ask
Well,
politely.
generally we'll
Yes.
say like too in our picks. Like, yeah, this is 100% biasism.
Yeah,
I did it for a pick with
yeah.
Emmett on the card too. You know what I mean? Like,
But what I believe is there's ways to do things. We could do this so many ways. Me and you could go up here and be cunts for 2 hours. We could have bagged literally every single fighter. Instead of picking fighters, we could have actually gone through and bagged every fighter, made it a humorous 2 hours of calling people brogans and this. We could have done that. We really could have, and it
sure, but
might have got us 1
that's not
million
who we
views.
are, though. You know, we're not trying to put
That's
on.
right.
Yeah.
But that's right. It might have got us 1 million views because we were dicks. We don't want that. This is true. What we're trying to give our fucking family out there, our fucking supporters, is these picks are true. These are real. This is what we're putting our own money on. Follow us. And if we do bag someone along the way, that's it. But our whole program is not about bagging or being good. It's about, hey, if you have a voice, say it.
Yep.
But we're not bagging Veronica Hardy because she's boring as fuck. Brogan. I could say it right now. I could go for the whole list. I could literally do the whole list when I look at the car, go down, boom, down, down. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You could have as well. So we're not here to do that. We're here to, I don't know what we're trying to do, but I'm not here to bag people. I realized that after I wanted to actually, do you know where I wanted to go when I started this? I'm going to tell you this. This is the persona I wanted to have, all right? Because I didn't know what direction. This is true. This is live right now. So everyone, I started this as Toad. I was going, who am I going to be? Am I going to be a dick? Am I going to be genuine? Am I going to be a crybaby and cry over everything? Am I going to make punts? Am I going to sit on the fence? So when I started, I went, I'm going to be Shell Sonnen. Yes. And that's where you saw Rose Namajunas, right? I just went fucking, and that didn't work out too well. Not that it didn't work out too well, but feedback said that didn't work out too well.
So it didn't
So
work
what I
out too
learned is be,
well.
no, so just don't be yourself.
Yeah, sure.
So over a course of time, be yourself. So who are you? You know what? I am an objective person, but I'm not an asshole. And I'm not going to get our million views on YouTube by being an asshole. And I don't want to be an
you could.
asshole.
Who knows? Like, I don't know how algorithms work and where people go, and you know, I like to your point. It's hard to do this shit even part time, based on time. But you know, here we are finding ways to still make our schedules around the world, completely different time zones, work out so that we can find some time to record it. But yeah, no, what I'd suggest, Lethal, is there's a lot of moments where you're like, yeah, I could do this, I could do that. Please always encourage to put yourself out there more, you know, make more content, things like that.
Brother,
I think your
no, but
takes are solid, and
you've also told me,
you do some great
do you know
things in
one thing?
trading cards and stuff, so you could share a lot of your collection if you ever wanted to and stuff. So,
My brother Toad, before we end this, I'm going to say this. I didn't build this. You already built the channel. I joined you. You accepted me into your life. Okay? We created Lethal Toad MMA. I'm going to let everyone know this, okay? I joined Toad. He was already established. He was already up and running.
yep. But this is what I
Just
wanted
a
to.
new
I
bloke.
wanted to like
No,
just kind of shoot
and this
back
is
and
how
forth on
honest.
the cards each week. So
Yeah, and this is why I want to be this honest. This is how honest I am. So everyone out there, without the Toad, I wouldn't be doing this. He fucking sets all this shit up every Thursday. He does the meme. He sends me the story. He sends, because I'm a dumb as fuck as doing this, right?
you're not
But I'm
dumb.
going to say this.
You don't do computers.
I
That's totally okay.
No, but I'm just saying, I just love doing it because
Yeah.
I am free to do it with you. I have made mistakes along the way. And Toad, you have corrected me because you've been doing this longer than me.
Oh,
Like
you're
you've
good.
told me, and this is very important. This is the one thing that changed everything. Hey, bro, I think it was along these words. Hey, mate, I love what you're doing, but I have a lot of fighters that follow us, and we're trying to build a brand, and I accept basically in those terms. I accept how you are. I love your work, but pull it back.
Yeah.
Yes, yes,
Yeah. Well, it's like it happens pretty much week in, week out. Not
yeah,
just you, I'm saying in the community. It's like one person has their takes. Here's my fighter,
yeah,
here's how it happens. Well, it's okay to not agree with
mate,
somebody, but the moment you
brother.
take it
There's one
personal and go,
thing.
well, fuck
There's
that
one thing
person, they suck
typing it
this,
in.
this, that, and that person who's actually like, hey, not only do I like this fighter, but we're kind of friends. So if they see that clip and they're sitting
Yeah,
there on stream listening, this guy sucks ass and this and that, it's like
yeah.
kind of killing the vibe I'm trying to give on my take. You know what I mean? So
Absolutely.
just
And
you stay in
there's
your
one
lane,
thing.
I stay in mine. Which corner are you, red or blue? And that's how it should be. I like the opposition
Absolutely.
though, and some people just sometimes you gotta kind of dial it in and be like, all right, man. Well, like, look,
Yeah.
we could actually be out here and all be keyboard warriors and say all kinds of crazy shit about fighters and one another. That's just not who we are, Lethal, and I know that's not who you are. You're just having some fun slash frustrated because someone like Carl Zolberg, thank God he had a fucking knockout because I was really sweating if Reyes could get it done because I've had so many distant parlays, 6 leg, 7 leg, 8 leg distant parlays fall off with the City Kickboxing 205ers, Navajo Sterling, Carl Zolberg. And so funny, I didn't even bet this Sterling one, and thank God I didn't because it was Zolberg's.
Mate, look, at the end of the day, at the end of the day, if they win, they win. And I'm so happy to sit back and go, I fucked that one up,
Sure.
right? I fucked that one up. I have no issues, man. That's one thing we have to own,
Oh, all
all
day.
right? As gamblers and as people that are telling people, not telling people, but advising people to follow us, right? When I put my money in, when I put my 250 in now, right, every week, I expect not to walk out with 250. I'm going to let everyone know that, okay? I'm going to do a gambling thing right now. That 250 is gone, okay? If you don't have 250, don't put it in, okay? Do what Toad does. If you want to fucking refire it, don't,
Well,
okay? Because it's
that's
done.
not true.
That moment,
That's not true. I'm saying what probably is a good technique or a good thing that people should probably do. I like to pick methods and certain specific outcomes for the heavy hitting short leg parlays early because you could really when you're trying to do a cycle parlay or like a try or quad method parlay, so something that's going to give you like a 50x plus in some cases, you don't want to just be like, all right, well, there's only 5 fights left. So here's out of the 5 fights, here's my 3. No, you want to look at all 14. You want to look at all 12 fights. And you want to understand the pros and cons, the weaknesses, the strengths, and really look at the chalk and say, hey, look, these guys right here, they have both past histories of doing it this way and that way. And we're looking at
and
700 plus payouts. When you're a favorite so much that your knockout props negative anything or your submission props negative anything, I don't want you in my fucking cycle parlay. You might be good in a more secure parlay piece, and still I'm gonna sprinkle because fuck those props. But I'd rather look at distance. No, I'd rather
okay.
look at round specifics. So Poetan and
So
Ankh under 3.5. I don't hate it, but I respect how tough fucking Ankh is and the fact that he isn't really taking the risk. So going to the decision, I totally get it. At the end of the day, I think both guys want a big statement. I gotta go Poetan.
okay.
Call me a poetard. Fuck you guys all. I hope he gets it done. And it'd be the third fucking week in a row where I gotta say Tota so. And he
All
gets it
right.
done. So I got Poetan knockout
So
round 3. Hope that hits. Peace.
if everyone if everyone's
Sleepy
following
as
the flock of
fuck.
seagulls, I'm gonna use that saying from now on, Toad, and every pod that we do because I like it. If you're all following the flock of seagulls, put your money on Ankalaev. He is the safest bet. All right, he will win you in theory. In theory, if you're only betting the whole main card, just the 5 fights on the main card, Ankalaev is in theory the one you want to end with. All right. Now, if you're a little bit of a fucking MMA gurus like me and fucking Toad over here, and you sort of look a little bit deeper, very deep, and you sort of see what's going on, I still see Ankalaev winning this fight by points. But I have to say, that's where I'm going to put my $50 sprinkle. I have to. I have to.
For Uncle Ive.
Out of my $250, I've sprinkled 50 on Alex Pereira by finish.
Oh wow.
I've done $10, as you saw on that stupid submission.
What do you
Right?
think about this fight not going to the judges though at only like, was it negative 120 something or 140 something?
Fight going the distance.
Fight not going the distance.
Okay, not going the distance.
Rather than trying to
Ankalaev.
say Poetan knockout, Poetan submission, because honestly, Ankh submission's way more alive than a Poetan submission, but Ankh could
All
also
right.
maybe threaten a knockout
Fight
too.
not going the distance. Not going the distance. 5 rounds.
Yep.
$1.69, $1.70.
That's fucking money
Not
all
go,
day, bro. I'd run that. I'd hammer the
not
fuck out of that.
all right. Going the distance. Going the distance. All 5 rounds. $2.09 on the dot.
Yeah.
So not going the distance.
My distance is plus money also, but man, those guys going 25 minutes is scary. When all it takes
Yeah.
is one.
Ankalaev can go 25 minutes.
Oh, I know he can, but
Can
it
play
doesn't
go.
mean that Poetan can't come out and actually connect better and threaten more of a threat in this fight. You know what I mean? Like, have more significant moments, knees, damage, body shots, chop at the legs. Like, you still got to respect what improvements Poetan can make. I think the other thing, I know, like, I like to think of these sayings like the flock of seagulls, but look at it. I proved in this one video that it grabs you and it works and it's easy to relate to. So gravitate to this next idea. Don't
I
get
am.
don't get stuck in
I,
the reflection. I know a lot of people only go by the
I
fighter's
love
most
it.
recent performances, but do not forget the reigning hands of stone, aggressive, very active former light heavyweight champion in Poetan, Alex Pereira, because he
All
not
title
only wanted to
defenses.
continue to do these spectacular knockouts in the first few rounds, he wanted to do them in closer time segments than what the UFC could even do. He wanted to be part of the fucking Rio Brazil card right after UFC 300. Had Dana White and Hunter and them allowed Poetan to do that fight, he would have the most
I'm
fastest
telling you.
concession of title fights in UFC history.
I'm telling you. I'm going to tell this before we sign off, Toad. I know it's late over there, brother, but I'm going to say
Oh,
this.
dude, I'm not sleeping
That
before work, brother. It's 3 a.m., but I love you, man.
that that,
Peace.
that stupid submission. I can't get it out of my head.
Yeah.
I can't get out Glover. I can't get out the stand up, just fucking wrapping him up. While Ankalaev is diving in, right?
Yep.
Literally doing this to clinch on the fence. And he just goes, pump.
I know you think a standing rear naked choke could happen, man, but I could see Ankalaev still digging in, tossing, tripping, and we're somehow grappling. Like, I know it can happen. Anyone can choke anybody from taking their back. Of all the people Ankalaev's been in that kind of position with his close counter grappling, stylistic, striking, fighting style, I
I
would have
just,
expected somebody with better, truer, proven discipline
I tell you what,
with a
brother.
submission game
If
than Alex Poatan being the guy.
I will
It's
say
a
this,
knockout. It's a
I
left
will
hook,
say
or it
this,
doesn't happen.
and I'm gonna have to leave because I've been without my dogs, right? So I'm gonna say
Yeah,
this before I go to everyone.
You're good, man. I
If
might not even, dude.
Pereira,
I'm gonna try to get this posted, but fuck, I'm sorry if it's not until another day because it's like almost, it's gonna be like 5
I
a.m. for
know.
me, so I gotta get
I'm
some
just
sleep.
saying, if Alex Pereira finishes this fight with a standing rear naked choke, everyone has to bow to me. Everyone, even you,
Come back to the
everyone.
video, come back to the video and clip it, and then
All
post it
right,
on
I'm
all
just gonna throw.
socials,
I'm gonna,
and you
mate.
can
I'm gonna
take off, my
throw it out
brother.
there before I sign off. I have this. I have this submission in my head.
Yeah.
I have it. It's fixed. I don't know why I've done it. I know it's so stupid. It's so stupid. It's a dumbass stupid thing to do.
It's
But at
crazy, but
35,
it's like the time I took Yuri to choke out Glover. Now I sprinkled on it. I really had him by a knockout, but I was like, dude, if that hits, fuck my parlays. That's 50-1. That is my
did you
parlay.
actually pick that? Did you pick the fucking submission for Yuri
Yes.
on Glover?
It paid 50 to
Oh
1.
my
I
god.
built a parlay and I went to the main event, either Glover by submission or decision, or Yuri
Was
by
Yuri?
knockout or Yuri by submission. And it was like a
Oh my
30x, a
god.
20x, and then the 50x. And I laughingly went like, that shit ain't gonna hit, but if it does, I'm getting my best payout, and it fucking did.
That would have been real canny night for you, brother.
It
That was
was.
a good odds that day. Yeah,
I had
fucking
just
A.
bought in on like $800 worth of select breaks within that month. So yeah, that was like
Wow.
a lot for me starting my collection back in 2022 or 2023, whenever that was. Like, it was huge for me. It was sick though.
Anyway, my man, what I am going to do, I've got, okay, I haven't even finished it. Here we go.
Last chance, wrap it up, dog. We're
My
peacing.
final pick, my final pick, my final pick of the day, the last one. I am going to go
Oh fuck.
Block of Seagulls. Ankalaev will win this fight again by decision.
Yeah.
It will go the 5 rounds.
Yeah.
It
And
will
so
go the 5
I
rounds.
see the flock of seagulls, and I join the remaining 36% of the Poetan, the Hands of Stone team, man. I'm gonna go down with the ship and say that he either gets it done by a knockout or he loses, and loses a lot of steam.
And like I said, I've never seen Potan in my life since he's been fighting have such great odds for the punter, right?
Yeah.
Great odds. This is the only time you'll ever see. If Potan wins this fight, you'll never see $3 to 1, $8.50. You'll never see these odds again. This is the only
Until he goes
time.
up to heavyweight against Tom Aspinall.
That's right. But he has to win. He has to win this
Until that
fight.
happens.
If I'm going to let everyone out there know, if Potan wins this fight, you'll never see these odds against him again. You're going to go back to $1.25s, $1.50s, $3 for knockouts. This is the fight. Everyone, if you want to back your money, which I'm backing a little bit of coin. Like I said, I'm following a fucking ankle, but you know I've got a couple slide bets going on here, fucking Toad. You know that. You have a couple slide bets going on. So I cannot back.
Well, I
This is
gotta
the
spin
only
for a
time.
jackpot, bro. Oh fuck! I'm spinning for the jackpot. I've never done this before. Oh shit!
What's that?
Oh, you fucking whore! It only landed on the mini. How much did I win?
What do you get?
$231. Dude,
That's cool.
it skipped the major. The needle landed on the major. This is an 80-cent spin, by the way. I had like a little casino credit they gave me for my sportsbook payings and shit. And I just hit a fucking $230 80-cent spin.
Right.
So,
All right.
hey, happened
Take that
for a
into-
reason. But
Hey,
listen,
brother. Take that 231 and put it on Potan.
Fuck that. I'm already set. I bet pretty good on distance. No.
Yeah,
Says
distance.
for the
It's all
main event,
distance, bro.
it doesn't matter what parlays are cooking or who's winning and any of that. I'm getting rowdy and I'm screaming for violence. And I just want to fucking knock out or tap out. Impress me,
Okay, so
either
what?
one of you. Make it a fun night. But yeah, man, that was cool. I've never, dude, that's kind of silly shit right there. I know I'm
I
getting
like it.
greedy.
I can't
I'm
believe
between
you
the
just won
mega.
230.
Hey, bro, you see that right
Yeah,
next to it called the mega? That shit right
yeah.
now shows it's up for $35,000 fucking dollars, dude. That
Hey,
literally
bro,
would have been like, yo, Toad, you want to
can
sit
you
around and
imagine?
focus on
Hey,
making some content for a minute? Like, okay. I'm not giving up my job, but yeah, that's cool. That helps a little bit.
brother.
Helps me get the
Hey,
studio,
dude.
the house.
No, 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 no. Fuck the studio. You're getting all that money and you're moving to Australia and you're getting away from fucking all that shit and you're going to get your own house and you're going to sit back
Hey,
in the greatest country in the
bet.
world.
Hey, bet as long as the current job I work now offered me a remote role to do so, I would totally do that.
Dude, all good. What I am going to say to you, brother, it's been a good 2.5 hours. I got to get back and see whether my dogs ate my house.
Yep,
I haven't done
it
that for
did.
a
I
bit.
warned you it would.
They've been really,
I warned
hey,
you it
they've been
would.
really
Well,
quiet.
we have concluded after 5.5 hours. Meanwhile, the stream hits an all-time high record stream,
Really?
potentially. 4-hour video, yes. 4-hour video, and I was supposed to add another. Yeah, I was supposed to add like
Hey,
another 30 minutes to that, I think. So,
you know what? I'm going to say this. When two good mates only get to hang out and talk to each other once a week, literally, FaceTime, things might get a bit longer, guys. So enjoy the thing, enjoy our picks, enjoy what we did. We love you guys. Toad, I love you. I think people are home. My wife's home now. So
yeah,
I
man,
love
much
you,
love.
Toad.
Much love. Hey, thanks for
Uh,
the good luck, Shama, keeping me
hey,
awake at this hour in which I would totally be asleep and miss that spin. So pretty cool.
and let me say
Hit.
this. I love your guts, cunt.
Hey, likewise, man. Love your guts, cunt.
Good day.
Much love, peace.
My brother Toad, everyone out there, don't forget the gifts, the cards. Don't forget comment, like, comment, love, whatever you got to do.
Follow,
Follow Lethal
support for
Toad
sure.
MMA. Yeah, follow MMA Toad. Follow Lethal Hand Collectibles. We're all out there.
Let's push my man past 2,000. He's knocking on that door. Throw a couple fouls that way.
I did.
Appreciate it.
I am.
Oh, you
You
did.
cracked 2,000, K.
Oh,
You
hell
really
yeah.
cracked it.
Hell yeah.
You
Guts.
did. I'm nearly there. I'm just behind you. I'm just like a little
That's what I'm
bit
saying. Let's
there.
hook
But
you up. Let's get you. How sweet would that be? UFC 320, and you knocked your 2K mark on the giveaway. That'd be sweet.
mate, would love that shit. Toad, I love you, dude.
All
I've
right.
enjoyed the total afternoon. Actually, it's actually been a good afternoon. You should be in my room. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I got 9 beers here.
I've drank what little coffee I had left to be awake right now, so I'm going to crash and hope that my alarms wake me up in the next 3 hours. Lethal. You have a fantastic fucking day. Love your guts.
All right, brother.
We'll catch you.
I love
Thanks
you
for
guys.
tapping in.
I'll see you
And in
fucking.
case we end up
Hey,
out of like 12 out of 14 or something crazy again, or some of these props that we talked about hit, don't forget to say we told us so. Much love, guys. We'll see
I
you.
made
Peace.
pay-per-view. Me and you are talking together. I'll see you for the whole fights. And by the way, I'll see you on the flip side, brother. Have a great sleep.
Yeah. Appreciate
Enjoy
it.
your work. And be safe. Love
Yeah,
you, cunt.
you too. Yep. Much love, man. Peace. All
Bye,
right,
brother.
guys. That's going to wrap it up. Ran a fucking marathon. 7 minutes away from the 4-hour mark. I'm sure YouTube will bark at me if I try uploading beyond that. Again, that will do it. We had a great time breaking this one down. And hey, jackpot. Cool. I wanted to get a tech disc, disc golf cart, get ready for some glow disc, probably pick up another disc or two. So, hey, happy lucky little me. I could sit here and be, oh, I wish it was the mega at 30 fucking whatever thousand, or oh, I wish it was the major at 11. But shit, I'll take a quick little 213. I don't mind that. But for real, I gotta go look at the fucking prices of that shit and see what the sweat was. Okay, so do 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 do. All right, so just to share, the mega's at 29,000, so that kind of sucks. I've seen it go up to 200 and 120. Major's at 2,600, so that's the sweat I was between when the needle landed right in the middle and was bouncing back and forth. Which is honestly the two top ones, but whatever. Won't get too salty. 80 cents. All right, guys, we're gonna lock in. Hope some of these predictions help you hit. Nonetheless, if you faded, comment below. You let me know if you told us so the proper way and how. Rounds, methods. Have some fun with it, guys. We really appreciate it. Drop lethal hands, collectibles, a follow. Show some love in his posts. Really appreciate him coming on. All right. And we're looking for you guys too. Come through, message me. We'll work out the logistics, get you on. Short segment being main event, co-main event, favorite fights on the cards, favorite bets on the cards. Maybe just do something like that. Do like a bet hour. People come on. Give me your favorite picks. Give me your favorite bets. Why? Just tell me why. That's all I want to know. So, all right, guys. That will do it. I'm going to go take a nap. Sweet dreams. Peace.